We're on the intersection of Menzie and Rideau, and we're just sitting. Police officer noticing they're illegally parked in front of that fire hydrant. I was trying to build up the nerve to go tell them, but I think for now we'll just leave it alone. But I see we have one person with me. Thank you for watching. Let's go for a walk. How would you like to see Wellington Street here this evening while it's not raining? I've been walking around now all day and have not seen a single citizen with a Canadian flag. So we are in the control zone, and I think some of the qualifications to get in here is that you do not fly flags. So I'm not 100% sure, but you guys walk with me and you tell me if you see a car that has a flag. I'm not sure what's going on here in Ottawa, in the capital today, but I know I've been checking out the control zone and how it's building up its checkpoints, getting ready for the weekend. They've already closed the hill, so there'll be no gathering there. I've been traveling around for the last 2 weeks in Ontario, and I've noticed Canadian flags in every single town, except for Ottawa. Just the other day, they actually put them up here on the posts, but if you look around, there are not too many people brave enough to carry a flag. And it's pretty crazy that people are intimidated to have a Canadian flag here in the capital city of Canada on Canada Day weekend. Call me crazy, but that just seems nuts. And you will see for your own eyes that it's not just me, you'll see it. This is a total different place than a lot of the other towns that we've been traveling in. Canadian pride was everywhere in the other cities. But here, for some reason, we're afraid to show it. And I'll tell you why. Because you'll get labeled. You'll get labeled. You won't be allowed into the area. So if you guys are coming to the vehicle control zone, make sure to put your flags away to get past the checkpoints. And you'll notice here coming up on our left, we have the tow trucks all ready to go. In case there's anybody that wants to not participate in the no vehicles allowed area. So I drove in today. There's no problem getting in and out. But I also have no flags on my car. So I wanted to show you the one tow truck driver here. He's got his face pretty hidden. And I believe that if you guys watched another video of mine where we were checking out tow trucks, look at this OPS. What does that stand for? Is that a tow truck company? Or is it Ontario Police Service? Did these guys get a new label? Ontario Police Service? I don't know, but this tow truck here looks familiar. Looks like the one that I pointed out had all kinds of defects on it. But they've removed the one toolbox that was falling apart. Seems to be gone. And yeah, this is the tow truck here that... oh no, he's available now. So I'm not sure what OPS stands for again. I think it's Ontario Police Service. I think they've been... what do you call that when you accommodate or appropriate? When you take somebody's, when you take possession of people's stuff. I forget the proper name for that. Is it? So yeah, so I guess instead of, I don't know if you guys noticed, but when we were in Sarnia at the Ambassador Bridge, the tow truck companies there that were serving the police ended up getting a seriously bad Google review. And now they went from 5-star to 1-star. So I'm assuming that's why here in Ottawa, they've taken the names of the tow truck companies off the vehicles and put on OPS. That is just a guess of mine. Could be right, could be wrong. But you'll notice we definitely got our police presence again. Getting ready ahead of schedule. Where would you find Trudeau if he was in one of these buildings?
Right there.
Hail Trudeau! Thank you, sir. So there's where our Trudeau is, over in this building, according to that gentleman that runs that tour company. And so we thought we'd give him a formal salute to show our respect. I hope I'll show you the lack of Canadian pride here in the town. I find, yeah, the flags came up last night, I think. We're trying to say big words again. Started doing my recon of what's going on, wanting to make sure if they were going to go restricted zone that I could figure out a way to sneak in. But as you can see, they've got some serious checks. I'm not sure who's even allowed to go to that side, but we got magnet wands, or not magnet wands, but metal detectors. So maybe they're beefing up security due to a Russia threat. I'm not sure. Can't be for all the families and children that are planning on coming here to celebrate, I'm thinking. But as you can see, everyone here now is restricted items sign, so I probably can't even go in because I've got this umbrella. Overreact much? No, I'm really hyper right now. It's what sobriety does to you. So, oh, are you talking about them overreacting or me? Because I might be overreacting too. I'm really high strung lately. I've been on this sobriety kick. And unfortunately, I guess I'm a really high strung dude. Lots of energy. And so sometimes I might get carried away. I apologize for that. But we'll walk all the way down Wellington Street. And we'll see. So far, I don't know about you guys, but the only person I've seen with a flag on is mine. And check out mine. Look how discreet mine is. Just so I can get through. Can you see that okay? Just so I can get through the checkpoints. I didn't want to label myself and then get denied. So yeah. But I am in the zone, so I don't think I'll be getting kicked out. Hey, I'd be happy to share my energy with you because I've been really getting myself in trouble today with my big mouth. And I'm hoping, my dad's a little concerned I might get myself into trouble. But we're going to stay out of trouble. Like I always tell you guys, play safe and stay out of trouble. Yeah, Locked, I totally agree with you. I can't believe that people are either, I don't know, embarrassed. Like the embarrassed part I can kind of understand with the actions of our government lately. But the fact that, you have to fear to bring a flag into the red zone here at the Capitol. The vehicle control zone, they're calling it this time. Just to make sure. You can see over here, they've got a bunch of barricades ready to get set up. I have a feeling they'll probably go up tonight. Like they're on the side of the road right now, but I have a feeling they're going to go up tonight just to make sure we don't have any unexpected visitors here tomorrow. Okay, Locked. I hear what you're saying. So Toronto's not rocking too many flags either. Well, a lot of the smaller towns I've been traveling in lately definitely had a lot of Canadian pride still. A lot of flags going up. So we're on Wellington Street, intersection O'Connor. They used to have street lights here, but they've got rid of them because they don't need it. It's permanently going to be blockaded on this street now. But there's a look down O'Connor. Let's keep going. Let's go see. Oh, I tell you, another brave soul I found today. He was an Ottawa resident. He was walking around with a shirt that said Trump 2020. Oh, wow. I went over to him. I said, wow, you're a brave man walking around with that. Fort Erie's got lots of pride. Still flagging those flags. Waving those flags, not flagging. Oh, here we go. Here's somebody with something that looks red and white. Is it a Canadian flag? No, I don't think that's flag. No, no flags. All the students, no red and white. No flags on the students. I already got pointed out by one officer today. So we're going to try to keep our distance from the officers just to make sure that I don't get myself into trouble. Because to be honest with you, I fear them more than the citizens out here until about 11 o'clock. Then maybe I'll switch to fearing the citizens. But for now, definitely want to keep my head on a swivel just to make sure I don't get in trouble walking around with a camera. So some of the things that today I've been noticing and is how many, now I'm from a small town, okay, so maybe you guys, wherever you're from, it might be different, but where I'm from, I'm never used to, I guess it's maybe my issue with authority, I guess, but I'm not used to coming up to a traffic light like this one coming up here and then having to wait for that little hand to tell me when I can cross the street. So, but the Ottawa citizens, it is incredible how much they rely on the government to let them know when it's safe. You watch about probably maybe 1 out of 20, 1 out of 30 is willing to look left and right and make their own decision if they can cross the street. But I just find it hilarious how many people rely on that little hand and that little walk signal. And the funny thing is, that little hand and that little walk signal, that definitely does not mean it's safe to cross the street. You still need to do your own due diligence. So what's the point? You do your due diligence. If it's safe, you cross. If it's not safe, you don't cross. It's as simple as that. So we're on the intersection now of Wellington and Bank Street. We're going with the flow. We got the okay to walk across the street. Wow, that's a very sad, realization on Ottawa losing its Canadian pride. So I talked to a few people yesterday, and I asked them why they thought. So again, we're on Bank Street in Wellington. I'll give you a look down there. I talked to a few residents yesterday and asked them why they thought nobody was having a flag or anything. And the response I got was they don't want to be associated with the Freedom Convoy for fear of either, you know, obviously you get labeled as soon as these guys see you with a flag or a phone. Heavens forbid somebody came down here with a sign. All right, let's see if we're good to go. Yeah, we're good. So again, guys, just use your discretion when it's safe to cross the street. Ooh, I think I might have saw way down the street there. I might have saw a flag. You know, what will the people here do if there's no power? They won't be able to cross the street. They'll have to sit there and stand. And the one intersection, I tell you, I walked up to the one intersection and there was about 20 people standing at it. I looked left, I looked right. I could not see any vehicles coming for a huge distance. So I looked at the other people. I said, why are we all standing here? And I started walking across the street. And the funniest thing is to watch people, their response and their reaction is like, a couple of them are like, oh, can I go? Can I go? And they look around, they look all nervous. They step out onto the road and then they start running real quick. Real Canadians are vaccinated. Oh, there we go. Oh, and there's another comment that I might have gotten in trouble for today. So I don't know if you guys know, but Tim Hortons is taking part in the government segregation program, and they are not allowing unvaccinated kids to come to their kids camp. And yet they still take donations for kids camp without making people aware that they segregate. So as I was passing a couple of the Tim Hortons and the doors were open, well, I yelled in, Tim Hortons sucks. Segregation is not right. And I will die on the hill on that one, okay? For everything that's been going on, segregation is bullshit. Segregation, like someone just said in the comments there, is definitely the way of the Nazis. That's how it got started, and we shouldn't have any part of segregation. That is where we got to put our foot down. You know, starting to hear podcasts, what do we do with the unvaxxed? You got to be kidding me. What do we do with the unvaxxed? Caray. I don't know. The craziness. So we're coming up to Kent Street here. And I see as all the fence up around the Supreme Court. There we go, let's see. Obviously, the process to get past the checkpoint here. McDonald's house kicked out, wait a minute, I want to read that message. Kicked out unvaxxed 4 years old. Are you kidding me? Is that true about McDonald's? Has anybody else got verification on that? Because that was going to be my like for a week and a half now, I haven't gone to Tim Hortons. And I'll be honest with you, I used to be a Tim Hortons addict. So here's a little look down Kent Street from Wellington Street. And you know, over a year ago, I guess, you know, that's kind of one thing because everybody was under the influence of the government's pressures. But now that we have a little bit more common sense and a little bit more education, you would think that, you know, common sense might prevail. But just only a few months, eh? That's crazy. The picnic, it was too dangerous to have at the Supreme Court. We got to remember what happened on January 6th, 2020, right? I think it was 2020. 1 year ago. Congratulations. I say everybody boycott Timmy's. And if that's true, I sent Tim Hortons an email yesterday requesting that my unvaxxed kid go to their camp. And I'm looking forward to their reply. And I'll share it with you if and when I get it. But let's keep going. But if that's true about McDonald's, then I want to send them an email too and ask if my kid can go there. Now, I don't have a kid that's that age group that can go to these camps, but that doesn't matter. So here's the Supreme Court. No vaccine, no hospital access. Where is that? Is that just, you're talking about the future? Because currently I don't think that's the case, but I certainly could be wrong. So yeah, there'll be no picnics, no festivals, no bouncy castles happening over here on that beautiful lawn for our safety. And then here's another one for you guys. I went to a doctor's office a few weeks ago to get some blood work done, and there's a sign saying, please wear a mask. Mask must be worn for your protection. Mask must be worn for your protection. So then I said to the nurse, I said, if you're telling me that mask is going to protect me, does that make you liable if I get sick? She had no answer. Then I asked, shouldn't we all be wearing N95 masks for our protection, not just pieces of tissue paper? She had no answer. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that. Apparently, I think there should be some liability. If you're going to tell me to wear a mask for my protection and then I get sick while wearing a mask, well, that's your fault. You told me I was protected. But anyways, guys, we won't go on that. I like giving them a hard time. And further, I don't have it with me, but I do have an N95 mask, and it says on it N95 for my protection. And if I'm forced to wear it to go to doctor's office and stuff, I do wear it, but at least it has some education on it. And if I'm ranting too much, guys, like I told you earlier, for anybody who didn't join earlier, we've been on a sobriety kick lately, so we're a little bit energetic, a little bit loose-lipped, and hopefully we're going to stay out of trouble. That's our main goal. So now we're at the intersection of Lion Street North, and pretty quiet. Pretty quiet. Hello, Maria. Happy Canada Day to you too. Whoops. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I can't see your name. Way to go on positive changes. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I've decided a little more sobriety might go a long way and help me make some better choices. But I'm a really high-strung guy, and sometimes, you know, a little bit of self-prescribed stuff was chill me out, make me a little more mellow, but it also makes me a heck of a lot more stupid. So we're not going there. Let's go for some sobriety. So we got 4 days in. I wasn't going to share this with you guys, but anyways, I am now. So we got 4 days of sobriety, first time in 3 years, basically. And we're going to shoot for, well, we're going for 10 years. My record was 9 years of sobriety. I did in my 30s. I'm almost in my 50s now. And those 9 years were the best 9 years of my life. So we're going to head down, what's this name here? Spark Street. Yes, everyone should accept the fact that we are ignorant humans and don't blame people's ignorance and call them names. They've been educated by the government, which doesn't do a very good job. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. You'll know me because I have a purple and pink phone walking around. Purple and pink phone case. So please come say hello if you see me. Paul from Canadian Free Living. That's my YouTube channel. Paul's my name. Appreciate you guys watching the stream. We're coming down here on Spark Street here. Weed is my crutch. To answer your question, sorry guys, can't read the names. But yeah, someone was asking there, what is the drug, alcohol choice of mine, I guess, or my crutch, and that's marijuana. Fell in love when I was 14 and have been hooked on since, so a pothead since. And I will always be a pothead whether I smoke or not. Even today I passed a whole group of people more than once smoking, and it just makes my whole mouth water. But I decided that I can be a better cameraman for you guys if I have my whole brain working, let's say it that way. And I don't know if you guys watched any of the footage from probably March or April, but I got confronted by police, and I was definitely on cloud 9 on THC, on edibles and smoking, and I didn't react. I panicked, so that's not good. If I would have been sober that day, I wouldn't have panicked. But so yeah, we'll see how it goes. I appreciate the question on that, and hopefully y'all don't condemn me for having a crutch. I hope, everybody that does have, something they lean on, maybe they can find the willpower to step away. It's not an easy trick to do. So coming back up to Kent Street, has anybody seen anybody with a flag yet? Has anybody seen anybody with a flag? Well, what happened? They were trying to stop me from coming into the restricted zone. And I didn't come up with a good enough story to get past them. They grabbed my arm and stopped me from moving forward. So I started, we better get going. I started going, the heart rate started going and started sweating and basically got my ass out of there right quick. So nothing was bad, nothing went wrong, there was no negative outcome except for the fact that I just am not my best. And I can tell you one thing is an ex-girlfriend of mine, she used to hate when I would smoke because normally I've got a couple brain cells, but when I smoke weed, those brain cells seem to go on standby. Wow, look at these buildings, guys. Just reading the comment about in moderation, it can be very beneficial. And you know what? That goes the same with alcohol, cigarettes, Well, I don't know about cigarettes, and I don't know about alcohol either, but anything, any drug used or anything you do in moderation, if you can keep it as a moderation, wait, I just want to read that. Techno color after a week being clean. Yeah, it is kind of crazy the differences you go through when you're detoxing. And the funny thing is, if you talk to anybody, oh, there we go. We got a friend there smoking right now just to rub it in and make me want to run to my nearest cannabis store. Well, it's not happening. Oh yeah, we definitely have the sweats. I keep having to check my temperature for fear I got the vid from somebody. But it's pretty quiet here. Everybody went home because it rained for a couple hours. When I say everybody, I just mean, the tourists and the citizens and the workers. It's quietened up a bit. We're expecting more rain soon, I thought the forecast said earlier. Still looking hard to try to find some Canada Pride here. Turn right on Bank, a couple of the fine shops. Now these fine shops you're talking about, they're, if I'm not mistaken, they're the cannabis shops, because I think I found them already. I had to make a run down Bank Street to find some pet food because I forgot my dog's pet food at the trailer. And for the weekend, we're staying in a hotel. So we had to run down Bank Street here, and we ran past a couple of the cannabis shops. And yes, they looked very nice. Good day, sir.
How you doing?
Living the dream, my friend. What's that?
I'm watching the criminals down from McDonald's Street because they know they're in shit.
Uh-oh, what happened?
I don't know. I've yet to see my daughter to find out.
I'll stay out of trouble,
my
sir.
My daughter ever John English, I'll ask her what happened to her in there. But I think that guy knows.
So we're not going to go down Bank Street as recommended by one of our viewers, just to make sure. But we are coming up to a Tim Hortons. I'm trying to take opportunities to let Tim Hortons know how I feel. They don't look like they're... Looks like a lot of these shops have closed now. I guess for the long weekend, maybe. Looks like we got some viewers from the States. I found a Trump fan today. I thought he was an incredibly brave man for walking around with a Trump shirt. So yeah, I've just been passed by 2 law enforcement. I've got another 2 coming up here ahead. So I think I'm safe for now. I got no flags, I got no signs. I definitely should be left alone. There we go. Ottawa definitely does seem dull right now. It was raining earlier, which made a lot of people go home. But earlier yesterday when I came down this street here, Spark Street, it was packed with people. You know, don't judge a person from what they say. Shouldn't we judge them by their actions instead? As I've always told my daughter, believe nothing you hear and half of what you see. And I think that's an important thing to live by. So we'll just take a quick look here up at the hill, Wellington Street, looking towards Wellington Street right now. And it's definitely pretty quiet here today. I'm assuming tomorrow will be definitely not near as quiet. So we have 3 vehicles here that are ready and waiting to be packed with prisoners, and 1 undercover vehicle on the left there, the dark gray one. Sorry about that. I was just lifting the camera away from the juveniles that were passing. They were all staring at me funny, I guess, because I'm sitting in the middle of a street. All right, so let's carry on down Spark Street. Everything's closed. I don't know what time it is. What is it, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock? Everything's already closed. Meanwhile, there's still lots of people here that could be spending their money. Well, I guess we should wait, not walk behind the kids. So we're just gonna hang tight for a minute and let those children get further away. So, oh, that's not working. They stopped too. So, if you guys notice, there's some serious money in these buildings, that's for sure. It wasn't this dead yesterday. I came around yesterday and the day before, and it was a lot more lively. I was on my bicycle. We were basically just checking out the whole restricted zone, or vehicle control zone as we're calling it this year. So we did a lot of riding around, probably did about 100 kilometers of cycling, but then up here on our left is a cycle shop, and I've turned in my bicycle for a tune-up and some tires and this, that, and the other. So, and whoever just said about the money, you're absolutely right. I've been here watching all the yachts going in and out of the locks. And if you go outside of Ottawa where my trailer park is, wow, some of the houses. So I've been in real estate for 20 years. Some of the houses are just beautiful. I went sightseeing on all the houses just because of how spectacular they are. So absolutely, there's a carpload of money here. And that was the first time when I got here in Ottawa back in February, I think it was. The first thing I thought was, oh my goodness. Look at the money in this town. But you got to remember, I'm from a small town, right? So it doesn't take much to impress me. So we're just coming up on Metcalfe. I think what we'll do is go all the way down. Maybe just check out the War Memorial. Oh, and that's another little pony show that someone was saying about the theatrics. You should have watched, I don't know if you guys know, but we have a couple sentries that guard the War Memorial between 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. And then there's a couple military police that guard them. So I asked the police, what was the job of the sentries? And the sentry's job is basically to guard the memorial. So I asked, well, guard it from what? And she had no answer. And then I said, well, what are you guys guarding? They said, well, we're guarding the sentries. I said, well, guarding the sentries from what? And she said, well, anything that comes. It was really hard to get kind of a straight answer out of it. But yeah, definitely a theatrical show there, I guess, costing a lot of money. We do. I don't think we're expecting any invasion. So I'm not sure why we're spending, well, there was 5 people, 2 military guys and 3 police guarding the memorial. And we might so here's where, coming up here, I think, yeah, right here is where I dropped off my bike. Oh, wow, something's open. Good day, sir. You're actually open for business?
For what?
Business.
Yes.
Oh, good job. So we did find a shop that's open. They're making crepes. I like that. Money is no object when the budget balances itself. Yeah, here's where I dropped off my bike, guys, for a tune-up. This place has rentals of bicycles, is one shop inside, and then they have a bike repair shop, and then they have a bakery with bagels and stuff like that, all in one spot. I thought that was kind of smart to share the rent. So we get our bicycle back tomorrow, hopefully in time for tomorrow afternoon, so I can take off down to as far down the road to join James and his followers on their way in, and his crew, supporters. They're arriving here tomorrow. Good thing they were smart enough to come on foot, otherwise they wouldn't be invited, or welcome, I mean. They definitely weren't invited. So we have walked down Wellington Street almost from one end to the other here at Parliament Hill. And now we've walked down Sparks Street from one end to the other here on Parliament Hill. And we have found not a single, unless I missed it, we haven't found a single flag. So either they're just not allowed here in Parliament Hill for Canada Day, or people are just too intimidated to wear one. And I'll be honest with you, I think if I would have had a big flag, I'd probably have a lot more troubles than I do now with just this little tiny one on my hat. What is the name? Oh, this is Elgin Street. So if you guys want to, this bus here is going to go in the Ottawa River. Can you believe that? This guy, I saw this bus going down the river the other day, and I thought, oh my gosh, I didn't know it was a bus. I thought it was some kind of weird boat. But then yesterday I found this bus sitting here, and this is the same bus that goes down the river. So that's some pretty neat stuff, I guess. Might be a neat tour. Let's cross the street and get an angle from it from over there. So we're just coming up on the War Memorial now. Oh, I see someone that has red and white on. Not a flag, but at least it's red and white. That's good. Oh, there we go. Loudmouth down the street. He's got a flag. There we go. Finally, guys, we found someone brave enough to wear a flag here in Parliament Hill, downtown Ottawa. So yeah, definitely a weird looking bus. So like I said, that guy goes down the river and he's almost full right now of people. So he'll be taking off soon. We might get to see him in the river if that's what they do on every tour. But I thought that was kind of weird. That was the first time I've seen that. I've seen a lot of firsts here in Ottawa. I'll tell you that much. There's a first. Tow trucks on standby 24/7. So I'll get around these bushes here and we'll zoom in on the gentleman that was brave enough to wear a big flag. He's just going up to the memorial right now. China, duh. Yeah, absolutely correct. I actually said that to someone. Here you go. I'm going to ask you guys a serious question, all right? I don't get too serious often, but I'm going to ask you a serious question. What makes this country be free? What makes a democracy free? What is freedom? What makes us feel we are free? What freedoms do we have? I know it sounds like a retarded question, but honestly, as long as you walk the line that we're told to walk in, then yes, I agree, we're free. But soon as you choose, as someone just put freedom of choice, as soon as you choose to do something that's not in our dictators' plans, well, then you're living on the edge. So I agree with you, and I said pretty much the same thing to my dad 2 years ago when I said, "Oh, it's so nice to live in a free country. So glad we don't live in a country like China." And I still am, obviously. But at the same point in time, a lot of these freedoms that we think we have, freedom of choice, well, who has the choice to vax or not? You're getting pushed into a corner. They use the fear. And for thinking and speaking, well, obviously you can have the freedom to think whatever you want. I agree with you, because nobody knows what you're thinking. But the freedom of speech, as long as maybe you're by yourself somewhere, then I totally agree with you. But our freedoms are getting more and more limited. I don't even know basically what they are. I thought we have the freedom. Here's my answer. We have freedom, especially in the last 20 years, to elect our dictator. How's that sound? We have the freedom to elect who is going to rule us, who is going to rule over us minions. So this will be the path that we're looking down the road here, where James Topp will be coming tomorrow. We'll do a little zoom down there. Gets a little shaky when I zoom in like that. All right, so let's keep going down this direction now. So we've done Wellington Street, we did Spark Street. We found one gentleman that was willing to wear a Canadian flag. I don't know who, I spoke to a cameraman yesterday and a reporter, not from any of our Main Street propaganda channels. I'm not sure who they were reporting from, because they wouldn't tell me, but they said they were hired to come downtown here and ask people how they felt or sorry, let me word this properly. Has their feelings changed about the Canadian flag and what it means to them? So previous to 2 years ago, how did you feel when you saw a Canadian flag or flown a Canadian flag versus today when you see a Canadian flag? And I got to be honest with you, because of being here on the ground during the what's the best way to word it? The overtaking, when the government kicked us out, when the government kicked all the protesters out on Family Day weekend. So we have a lot of these unmarked vehicles here. So when we were kicked out on that weekend, there was a heck of a lot of flags, and the amount of emotion that I felt that weekend watching on Saturday, watching everybody getting their ass kicked, it really changed my opinion on now when I see a Canadian flag. I told the guy that it makes me feel fear and sadness, all because of what happened in Windsor at the Ambassador Bridge when I watched all the civilians there getting attacked on the sidewalks by the government. And they weren't even on the street, they were on the sidewalks. And when I say attacked, I'm not overreacting. They were definitely attacked. And so how about you guys? Canadian flag, how does it make you feel when you see it these days compared to 2 years ago, before the plague that the government has instilled all in us to fear? And I tell you right now, for anybody watching, if I get signaled out by any police officer and they want to talk to me, I'm gonna run. I'm just gonna run. I have no plans to sit around and have a chat. And some of you might say, well, if you've got nothing to fear, well, why run? Well, it's because you haven't, I guess, met the new police force here in Ottawa. Because I'm wearing a flag and I'm carrying a phone. That makes me a target, per se. And if you don't believe that, come try it. You know, it's one thing, okay, so let's just say, hypothetically, all right, that everyone was participating in an illegal activity and they needed to be removed, okay? Well, that doesn't mean kick the shit out of them. That doesn't mean put them in ambulances, regardless of sex or age. You know, it's one thing to take someone and subdue them and take them away. But when you see all the extra injuries, well, I think it was unnecessary force. It's the most, well, I'm going to say that's probably the most violence I've seen in one spot. Oh, wow, guys, check it out. Canadian flags. We found some on a vehicle. There it is. We found some pride right there. I think I might have saw this guy earlier today. Let's go see who this brave guy is. Whoops. This guy's just got a green. This guy's just got a green. We're gonna cross illegally. Oh, look at this guy. Hey! Happy Canada Day! There we go. There's the first sign of some Canadian pride there. Don't know how he got past the checkpoints. Maybe I've noticed there's some they're not all closed yet. I have a feeling tonight, over the course of the evening, they're going to start putting up a lot more barricades. Oh, here come the big boy tow trucks. These guys are $1,500 an hour or more. I don't know if you can see them down here on the left-hand side. This is, I think, maybe the one that told me he got really aggressive on me when I tried videotaping his truck Started swearing at me and stuff. Oh, I'm gonna unzoom so this isn't so shaky, standing in the middle of the street again. So let's go check out these tow trucks and see if they want to kick my ass again for videotaping them. The only difference is now I'm sober and well, I'm not as peaceful. So hopefully I can keep my mouth shut and be as polite as I was last time when the guy was cursing me. Let's go check it out. I'm just curious, you know, like, so $1,500 an hour times 24. What's that? Over 25 grand a day per truck. Terry, I totally agree with you. I won't. Thank you for that encouragement. Let us go and get potentially accosted by them. And they can, hopefully their name of their company's on there, and they'll be certainly getting a negative Google review from me. So we're gonna get her going real fast because there's cars coming. So here we go. Look at these big boys. Sorry about that. Just didn't want to get into that gentleman's face with the camera. Uh-oh, they're outside the truck. This could be not good. So now that is a beautiful tow truck right there. Nice and red and white, Canada Pride. OPS. So yeah, all the tow trucks now are rocking OPS. And the only thing that could make sense for is the Ontario Police Service. I guess, as someone mentioned earlier. So there's what, two of the big boys. So that's about 50 grand a day for each, not for each, for both of those. And then that guy's cheaper. He's not as much. Maybe only, I'm thinking 500 an hour for the little guy. All right, so here we go. We got a police officer manning the intersection here, and he's gonna witness me cross against that hand. The suggested wait sign, I guess we'll call it. And oh, we got a couple of them here. Oh no, I got the walk. I'm safe. So we'll go down here. We've got another tow truck, another OPS. The last time I was here, they actually didn't have OPS on all the trucks. They just had their names taken off, their decals of whatever companies they were. And I'm pretty sure they've done that because of what happened in to those tow truck companies in Windsor at the Ambassador Bridge. So a couple of my videos, one of them especially, where the tow truck driver was taking down the Canadian flag off the vehicle that he was towing. Well, that company, they went from a 5-star rating down to a 1-star rating. And obviously it wasn't due to me. I'm sure many people were streaming that event, or whatever you want to call it. But we won't stand here long because I don't like the way I'm getting looked at. So let's get moving. We're gonna head down this street here now. We're on intersection of Elgin and come on, don't be French. I can't say French names too well. Oh no, this one I think I can do. We're on the intersection of Elgin and Laurier, and we're gonna head down Laurier now. I had to run there. Sorry about that. I had a pickup truck coming on pretty fast. So how about Starbucks? Is it still safe to get a coffee from Starbucks, or are they segregating as well? Not that this one's open or anything, but I haven't heard anything about Starbucks and what they're doing. Here comes another, looks like, no, it's gonna say an unmarked vehicle, but just a Ford. So here we go again for another little walk skis. We'll probably head on back to Wellington and see if any more action is kicked up over there. Well, I found another flag just to show it, so that way you guys can actually, he's kind of hidden here, but in the back there we got a flag. So was that 3 so far, I think? And someone was making comments about money. Yeah, about using the money to fix roads. You're right, the roads here are shit, but at the same point in time, the amount of construction that is going on in this city is phenomenal. It's everywhere. So they're spending money, just maybe not where they need to be. And I'm sure they must be paying off a lot of these restaurants and stuff that are closing when the government tells them to. So what we'll do is we'll book it on down to the end here. And, well, let me see where we're at. We said we're on Laurier, right? So if we go over one more, we'll be on Slater, I think. Slater's where my hotel is. We're staying at Arc the Hotel. It's nice and close here in the restricted zone, or the red zone, or the vehicle control zone, as we're calling it now. Gotta switch hands. Wow. It's incredible to be closing and getting support from the government when they could be open and actually, you know, oh, this is what I want. See this little trailer coming here behind the bike? I need that for my dog. I'm gonna get one of them. Boom. Yes, I will be live streaming tomorrow. Most likely I'll be live streaming James Top and all the people marching with him for his last leg of the march. I'm hoping to pick up my bicycle before, well, they said they might be done by 4 o'clock. I'm hoping to get it ahead of that so I can ride as far out from I'm just going to call it the red zone because it's easier. So I want to be able to ride my bike out my bicycle as far out as I can on the red zone and meet up with James Top and all the marchers, and then I'll cycle in with them. And yes, I'll be streaming live, even if not everybody wants me to. So that's part of the barricade setup. And I don't know, someone commented about Muslims and the Canadian flag. I'm going to ask an ignorant question. Are Sikhs Muslim? Because I have met some really, quite a few Sikhs, I think they pronounce it. And, oh, they're not Muslim? Well, they had Canadian flags. And they're pretty upset with what's going on here. I've met a lot of people that have left really nasty countries that come here. And they're upset with what's happening here because they left a country like this. They've witnessed the transformation that we are now going through. They've witnessed this in their dictatorship countries. So if we can't listen to the people that have actually witnessed this in their countries, then, you know, like, come on, open up our eyes. Let's go. We're in trouble. When we start segregating our people here in Canada, then I say your freedom's shot. Your freedom is bullshit. Sorry for my French, but I get worked up on the subject. I can't stand the idea. My kid can't go to camp because it's not vaccinated from COVID with some experimental vaccine that doesn't even make me immune or make them immune. Like, come on, give your friggin' head a shake. So I don't have an opinion on the vaccine. You want a vaccine, you go get your vaccine. You don't want a vaccine, don't get your vaccine. I couldn't give a shit. But I'll tell you one thing I do give a shit about. When you start saying a certain group can't go somewhere because of their medical status, well, that's just bullshit. So far from what I hear, Tim Hortons is on the boycott list. And I'm really sad to say that McDonald's might be going on the boycott list as well. You know, I'm going to miss my double cheeseburger with extra pickles. But I've definitely, I've been making my own coffee for the last, well, few weeks, but it's only been about a little over a week that I decided that was it. No more Tim Hortons. And yesterday, I guess because of my sadness of missing my Tim Hortons, like I said to you earlier, I did email Tim Hortons requesting that my unvaccinated kid go to their camp. And I got an email saying that they will get back to me in 3 to 5 business days. So I'm hoping they get back to me and say, oh no, that's okay. Yes, unvaccinated people, they can come to our kids' camp. And then I can stop boycotting them. But if they're gonna segregate children because of their medical status, well, everybody, we gotta boycott Tim Hortons. Sounds like McDonald's as well. You know, we only have so much power as minions, okay? And especially as individual minions, our power is very limited. And one thing I've always loved, and I've told my mom, something that is powerful, it'll be more powerful in the future, I think, but is leaving a 1-star, because that's the minimum you can do, Google review. Because I'm telling you right now, when I do searches for different restaurants or a new restaurant or a new anything on Google, well, I check out the reviews. And anybody that's got like 200 reviews and there's still 5 stars, well, you know you're getting good food or good service. And when you see people with 1 or 2 stars, well, you know you're getting shit. So Google reviews, guys, is the best thing we can do, I think, right now as little individual minions to ensure that at least we have some power over the money, over the, you know, the big corporations. So guys, if you want to do that, I appreciate it. You know, start leaving Google reviews so we can all understand what's happening. So I'll do a little look-skis down this road. Well, no, the cops will think I'm looking at them. But, so where are we right now anyways? Oh, we're on O'Connor. O'Connor and Laurier. Hey, interesting topic someone just said about you'll get healthier staying away from those death-dealing shops anyway, Tommy says. And you know what? It's an interesting fact. I watched a documentary the other day. Did you know that here in Canada and most other countries, compared to France, that the fat content and the salt content on all these fast foods is about a fourth, 25%. So if the thing was 50% sodium, well, over there it's 12.5. Can you believe that? The French government actually gives a shit, noticed everybody's getting fat, and decided to make all fast food restaurants not be able to feed us all the sodium and all the fat. So if our government really gives a shit about us, as they say with all these COVID restrictions, then how come they aren't making all these fast food companies cut back on all the sodium and the fat content like France? That was an interesting documentary. I never knew that before. But every country is noticing that. I think it's like 1 in 3 people now are obese. And we've got to take a look at every other corner. We've got fast food that we could force these companies to make their food better. Now, obviously, we all have the power to not go to these restaurants, but come on, we're lazy. We're lazy. It's convenient. I won't say we. I am lazy, and it's convenient. Okay. Oh, I want to read that last comment, so let's hold on a second. Hey, thanks for that comment about being real. I'm going to try to do more of that. Live stream definitely shows you can't edit shit out. It happens. And I originally, so yeah, I'm going to shut up with that. But yes, that is why I like to live stream. I find it is a lot more real. And if you've always got your camera rolling and shit happens, well, guess what? You're going to capture it. Because I can't tell you how many times something's come up and I've got no camera rolling. So I do enjoy the live streams. I think we're going to head back up to the hill. Where are we? Bank Street again. So it looks like here at Laurier is where they're going to put up all the checkpoints, because on every one of the intersections we've noticed they're prepping. They've got the police vehicles and they've got the barriers, but I really don't see them stopping too many people coming in. So I'm not sure if maybe the barriers are further out or... Sorry, sir?
Is there anything they're looking for? Is there anything they're looking for that I can help you?
No, sir, thank you.
Oh, okay.
Just wandering.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Actually, yeah, help me find a citizen with a Canadian flag.
Oh.
Help me find one. Huh? Where are they? Is it illegal?
Yeah, it's illegal, yeah? It's legal. You can find that it's legal.
So there we go. A gentleman with security works around here. Had no information on how to help me find a Canadian flag. See, I was thinking maybe we should walk down this way a bit and see if maybe they're going to do the blockades down there. Well, so there's a little peek down Bank Street from Laurier. Let's carry on, since the government's given me permission to cross the street here with the little Walkman there. Let's carry on down here. I thought this was going to be full-on restriction zone like back in, well, Family Day weekend. I don't know if any of you tried to come here on Family Day weekend, but it was incredibly difficult to get through the checkpoints. And I managed to sneak in after 3 attempts, and my hotel was begging me to show them how I got in so they could show their other customers. But this time it was easy. There was no checkpoints, so you know the barricades are close, but they're not stopping people from coming in. But I wouldn't be surprised if they saw or see a vehicle that looks like it's coming to do a protest and park. Well, all hell will be breaking down on them, I'm sure. So are you guys going to be watching the James Top crew show up here tomorrow? We'll get out of this guy's way. Oh, look at this guy. Here we go. He's got a flag. We got a flag. Let's thank this guy. Thank you, sir, for driving around with a flag. You must be a brave man. He didn't seem very appreciative. I tell you, Sometimes I get nice warm response from people here, but sometimes a little bit rude. But hey, I can be a pretty loud, I guess, pretty loud in your face kind of guy sometimes. So some people don't know how to take me, but I mean well. I always mean well. Good day, sir. Even when I'm jumping in front of your car in an intersection so you can try to hit me so I can get a check, I mean well. I'm just kidding, I don't do that much anymore. Oh wow, this one here. Oh no, that's construction fences. I was gonna say this guy, this intersection's got yellow fencing, but I think that's because of construction. So we're just coming up on Kent Street. We're on Laurier. We're 4 streets over from Wellington Street. We're walking down the street that runs parallel to Wellington Street. Basically on the search for checkpoints, how they plan on diverting everybody that comes. So you can see they've got a lot of cones ready to go. I've noticed that all over the place. Seems to be the thing. I was hoping tonight I'm gonna meet a couple people that said they wanted to come down and say hello. Hopefully they're friendly. So we're gonna head over to Wellington Street now. We'll go back that way. Maybe we'll find some action over there. Some nice buildings to look at anyway, so. Didn't take a look down this street, did we? Oh, there's actually not much to see really, I guess. No, really nothing to see down that way. A little more police action, but nothing down Kent. Let's head on back to Wellington. So I figure I'll just keep on walking around until you guys get bored of looking at stuff. And there's another look at some of the money. Some of the money, nice beautiful glass building. And I don't know if you guys know, we're gonna jump topics, but what was it, 3 weeks ago we had that windstorm? Well, where my trailer is, just outside of Ottawa, I'm in a trailer park. I've got my trailer in a trailer park. The amount of trees all over the side of the road still is incredible. How many trees here fell down. I'm from southern Ontario and we didn't have near as many, well, we don't have as many trees either, so I guess it's not a fair comparison. We had 1,700 electrical poles go down in southern Ontario, but trees we don't have very many of, so it's not a fair comparison. But out here there's all kinds of them, and wow, there was so many birch trees on the ground. Incredible. That was quite a windstorm. Just picked up and boom, blew everything down. Oh, that was my bank that we looked at with all the glass. Bank of Montreal. Hey, I found a store. Can you guys tell me what they sell? It's called the Mad Radish. What the heck do you think they sell? I was thinking cannabis. Like, because they can't just sell radishes. That can't be profitable. Starbucks. Starbucks used to make the best double chocolate chunk cookie. Incredible. Good day, sir.
Let's go.
You know, one thing is really nice, and I love the look on the faces of the homeless when you treat them with respect. I love the look of appreciation and a little bit of shock Oh, wow, cool. Somebody's answering about the mad radish. Wayne, wow. You sound very familiar. And you're saying our menu. Is it your restaurant? That's pretty crazy if it was. I happen to do a shout out when the someone that works or owns the restaurant is here with us. But that sounds like a great menu. I'll have to check it out. We've been trying to do some healthier stuff ever since we started having some prostate problems. Oh, okay. Thanks, Wayne. Appreciate that. You know, one thing that's really funny about live streaming is how helpful you guys can be. It's amazing how helpful people are willing to be when someone else, I don't know, when it's just incredible this year how much I've encountered the willingness of people to be helpful. I think it's a great quality in humanity that needs to be expanded. Don't ask me how you do that. I think it's by continuously helping people, and then they'll turn around and help you or help someone else. So we all need to tomorrow go offer a hand to somebody that didn't ask for it, especially if we don't know them. See if we can get something started. So we have the OPP here. We have a nice, what I'd have to assume is an unmarked vehicle in front of it. And I would have to probably guess that that one is also a police vehicle. Not too many vehicles are allowed to park around here, so apparently this weekend there is no parking down here, I was told, on the street. Hey, Mr. Green, I'm heading there now. And as for someone's comment about when the convoy was here and the homeless people were fed and had a lot of people to help them, you're so correct. And another thing I noticed the difference between then and now is the filth. There's a lot more garbage around all over the place than there was before. So the convoy, yeah, obviously a lot of people were not happy with it, but on the same point in time, they certainly kept downtown here clean while they were here. Hey, Mr. Green, I'm not sure how far I am. Just coming up onto Wellington Street right now, so I'm probably only about 5 minutes. I'm on, I think, Wellington and Bank. I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, so if anybody was wondering, we're gonna go, sounds like we're gonna meet Mr. Green Thumb here. We've talked to him over the last few months, a few times, and we're gonna get a chance to say hello and hopefully meet a new friend. Or I'm gonna get attacked, one or the other. I'm a little concerned about his label though, Mr. Green Thumb, with what I just told you earlier about my sobriety kick. He might try to twist my arm with his green thumb. But don't worry, I'm feeling very strong right now, so I'm not concerned about it. It's incredible how powerful the mind is when it sets its mind up to something. Or when you, I don't know how to word that. When you set your mind to something, it's incredible how much power your mind actually really has. So here we are back on Wellington Street. Surrounded by police, only about 6 or 7 of them. So we don't need to worry about safety with all these cops around, that's for sure. Right? Oh, there's lots of Canadian flags on the poles. They put them up last night. I'm pretty sure it was last night. I guess I could check. Live from the Shed was going for a live walk last night. I could check his feed and see if the flags were up. But I know 2 days ago they definitely were not up. All right. I think yeah, I agree with you. I checked out some of his vids as well, and seemed like an interesting person to meet. Anyways, so I don't have any friends here in Ottawa, so would be nice to meet some. I have one about an hour away that I visited about a month ago, and then about a week ago, and it was kind of funny. I don't know if she's watching right now, but the first time I visited, my dog Daisy, who's a Rottweiler, we went in her backyard and we were just chilling there, having a drink maybe, and smoking not a cigarette, but a marijuana joint, wacky tobacco, and follow the smell. I'll probably smell it already with how jonesing I am. But I will. My mouth will start salivating. So doesn't my dog start wandering off into her garage, and it comes out with a deer leg. It comes out of there with a leg of a deer with fur on it that apparently her friend found some roadkill and gave her this deer leg, and she was gonna, I don't know why she had it and what she's gonna do with it, but I knew, there comes my dog around the corner with a deer leg. Not everything I expected to see, especially being a city boy from Southern Ontario. And then what was it the next visit? Last week. What did she have? What did my dog find last week? Oh, not a porcupine. Or was it a porcupine? Oh, I don't know. If you're watching, Lori, what was that thing? I think it was a porcupine, because she does something with the quills. So her friend found, maybe I'm wrong. Do we even have porcupines in Canada? No, we don't. So that wasn't, no, a peacock. No, I don't. Anyways, my point is, the lady keeps on having these dead animals. So this should be certainly a safe intersection here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Double time and a half. 7 times, say $50. Well, that's not bad. It's probably only, say 500, I don't know, 500 an hour. That's not too bad, I guess, for our protection. You know what they say, safety first. Oh, that officer just ran in that building. I was going to ask him if it's legal to have a flag. I was just curious to see the response. So we're back on Wellington Street, as you guys can tell probably, for some of you that can tell where I am. Yeah, that's no worries, Green Thumb. We'll take a little break at the Terry Fox there, chill out for a bit, rest our legs. Seems like every time I come to Ottawa, I leave with massive blisters on my feet. So this weekend will probably be no different. It'll actually probably be worse because it's a long weekend. All right, we'll see you there in a few minutes. Let's just do a pan. Let's just check around here for a second. Take a look down the street. See what we can see down Wellington Street. Not too much, pretty empty. A lot of officers coming out of this building. Let's go check out what this building is. Definitely appears to be the officers' depot. Cops are coming in and out, in and out, in and out. Yeah, so there goes another one down that alley, another police officer down that alley. So this must be I don't know, it's not police headquarters. It's got no name on the building at all. Not really sure what that building is at all, but cops are going in and out of it. So I'm assuming it's either a hotel or maybe that's where they're doing their breaks. When they take break and go for lunch or something. Not sure. Command center for the Goon Squad. Yeah, it looks like it. Looks like they got kicked out of that really expensive hotel down the street where they were getting steak and lobster back on Family Day weekend. That's where their command center was, and I heard they're getting double time and a half plus steak and lobster at that hotel. No wonder so many volunteered to come kick some citizens' ass. One thing I'm going to be careful of is I'm carrying an umbrella today, so I've already noticed on one of the signs, I'll try to show you the signs, but there's some signs over here about what you're carrying and stuff. Good day, sir.
We hope peace.
Happy Canada Day.
Nothing is better than this. We hope Canada Day and every day in Canada. God bless Canada and we hope peace.
Amen, sir. Thank you very much. Happy Canada Day. All right. I think that wasn't your welcome. It sounded like somebody attempted your welcome in French, but sounded more like derriere. So yeah, I know a little bit of French. When I was a teenager, I lived in Quebec City for a year and a half. I think I was 18 or 19, something like that. So I'm not sure if we've heard about any kind of bomb threats or something, but wow, look at all these cops. All right, well, we're heading over here to the Terry Fox now. We can see Terry from here, the monument. Let's get over on this pole. Hello, Freedom. Thanks for joining the stream. I don't know if you just showed up or not, but I appreciate that. And I owe you a thank you from a stream from before where you sent me a contribution. So I would like to thank you very much. I really appreciate your generosity. And I apologize for missing it that day. My eyes are not very good as they used to be, or they're not as good as they used to be. And the screen on my phone, the words are small. And I just totally missed it. So again, Thank you. So let's head over to the Terry Fox over here. Give you guys a pan of the buildings as well from this location. We're just coming on to, this would it be Metcalfe? I think we're coming up to Wellington and Metcalfe. We're on Wellington. We're heading over to the intersection of Metcalfe and Wellington. We're gonna meet Mr. Green Thumb over here. So, well, that sun is nice and bright. Hey, let's switch topics for fun. So, I don't know if you guys noticed in the 70s and the 80s, Shell Oil started making some documentaries about how the burning oil is going to cause global warming, and it's going to create havoc on the planet. Interesting documentaries. You got to go back. I think they're maybe in the, I don't know, 1978, I think 80s anyways, on YouTube, and you can watch them documentaries. And what's really interesting is listening to Shell Oil telling us what's going to happen if we keep using their product and forecasting it. And the funny thing is, they've beefed up, all the oil companies have beefed up all their oil rigs to try to start handling the typhoons and the hurricanes and the crazy storms that are coming. And okay, so now let's jump forward to 3 weeks ago. So 3 weeks ago, Shell Oil started putting on the radio, or that's at least when I heard it, started putting on the radio that we need to maximum 6 hours out in the sun and use a minimum SPF 50. So guys, if the oil companies or Shell Oil, I haven't heard the other companies, now starting to warn us about the sun and its effects, then I think we might want to start listening. And is it me, or this year I've noticed that the ultraviolet rays seem to be incredibly intense. So look at this guy. You're a brave man rocking that Canadian flag, sir. Good job. Good job.
I've been silenced with my music. Bylaw told me I couldn't play my thing. I've been here for 2 months playing it. And all of a sudden, because of this, I can't play it sitting there.
Wow.
And then they said, yeah, you got to go.
Not even quietly.
Nope. They told me no. And then what they did was...
So this guy's got a music system here. And he's been in...
Fringy Fridays, because Jeremy O'Sullivan went back to Alberta, and I decided to take over Fringy. I decided to get the music for Fringy Friday. And the thing is, I'm one of the original people from the convoy, local photographer. I expose CTV News, or what we call Fisher Price News. I exposed them, and I've been here every day, and I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving until that Prime Minister and all these politicians, all these corrupt politicians.
Hail Trudeau!
Hail Trudeau! You gotta go! And I'm standing my ground. I come up here every day making sure the original trucker Brian is safe. He's off walking with other people, he's okay. But I come here because I lost everything I have, pretty much. So
You're not alone, sir. Thanks for your service.
You're welcome. Thank you. Keep up the good lives. I love it.
Cheers, man.
Cheers. People need to know the truth.
They do. That's why I'm here with the camera.
Yes.
That is exactly why I'm here with the camera.
Hey, go over and photograph those clowns over there.
Oh, I have been. They're everywhere.
Nice.
So apparently now we're not allowed to have a Bluetooth music going. I'm not sure, what type of music he might have been rocking that made them shut him down. But apparently by law enforcement has informed the gentleman here that he's not allowed his music. And we're gonna head over here. I want to show you, there's a sign here I want to show you guys. I'm surprised it doesn't have an umbrellas on it, but it's a sign of what you're allowed to bring. Okay, so we are allowed on the other side there. I can see people over by the, I'm not sure what you call that, but extreme checkpoint now to get in. So as you can see here, we have quite the system to get in now. So I won't get past. Let's look at the restricted items. I'm pretty sure I won't get past. No weapons and, okay, so I won't get past right away because I have an umbrella. No explosives, we don't need to worry about that. Alcohol, don't need to worry about that. Aerosols, large items. Fireworks, no fireworks. No blades, no sporting equipment, no tents, no tables, no smoke bombs, fires, speakers, barbecues. Oh, there's that guy's speaker. No drones, some of them we already know. Oh, also restrictions, signs or banners other than plastic foam core signs must be made of cardboard or cloth. So, heavens forbid somebody attack a police officer with a sign or something. So, there's our restrictions. Good day, sir. How you doing? So, umbrella's a weapon, sir? Would that get passed or no? Okay, I wasn't sure. Because I'm telling you.
I'll show you. I'm Green Thumb, by the way.
Green Thumb, good to meet you.
Yeah, I saw you over there, but then I was trying to get a bathroom, and they tell me I can't even use the bathroom, it's closed.
Oh, really?
They kept looking at me like, I'm like, hey, don't allow us a bathroom, that's what's gonna happen.
Why did that officer come check us out?
Oh, it's only, they're getting paranoid for no reason.
Is that what it is? Because all I did
yeah.
was
Oh, yeah,
all
yeah,
I did was throw my camera in there, and then he come charging out there.
They think the freedom lovers are gonna attack them and fucking do something and all that. Where the only thing we want to do is to give them a hug, and they're afraid.
Have you gone through there?
No. Actually, I wouldn't do that myself. I can't stand security and all that. Like,
No.
Something against authority, so I wouldn't put myself.
Is that
there
a
to get
common
checked.
thing with YouTube creators or what?
No. Actually,
Because-
for me, it's a medical condition.
Oh, okay.
I get extreme anxiety disorder, which technically this is just flaring it, so I don't put myself through this.
Okay, yeah, I
Those
understand.
type of situation. I don't want to flip on them. I'm like, hey.
Well, that's the thing, right?
The only thing I'm noticing is they think that they're gonna get attacked and all that. The convoy is back and this and that. Meanwhile, it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
None of it is happening.
Yeah.
None of it.
Yeah. Everybody's getting.
Yeah, they want to scare everyone that wants to go on the hill and all that. Yeah, they can as much as they want. It doesn't stop us from being here on the street, which is where we want to be. Right here on the street.
Oh yeah, I
don't
wouldn't
care
go.
about Parliament Hill.
There's no way would I go on that side.
Oh no! Like
There's
I say,
way too many of them.
I go once in a while on Parliament Hill, and I live here in Ottawa, and I
Yeah.
barely go because they don't deserve my respect.
Well, I don't even
Not
think it's
after everything they've been doing
Oh,
the
yeah.
last few years there.
yeah.
It's like I live
the
here.
last few years.
Well, yeah, no. Before that, like I'm from Quebec, and I moved here. I'm telling you, the cops were doing their job before that without harassing people. Now it's like, oh yeah, they think they got the right to fucking arrest people for no reason. I'm like, okay, well, no, that doesn't go. Then I find out the last riot that they had down there, the last kind of riot that they had, I was right on the front line.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I live here. I was standing on the street. The next thing I know, we got like 200 cops all around us. Tried to push us.
When was that
Like,
one? You're not talking family there. You're talking a month ago or two?
2 months ago.
2 months ago?
sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 months ago.
I'm pretty sure I was here that weekend.
I was right there filming because we were waiting for Jerome to come out of the Parliament Hill and start the walk. And I was right in the walk and all that. Then I saw the bikers showing up, the 4 biker that they had. Then I saw the truck being stuck there. I got video of all the things when they arrive and all that. And I realized, I'm like, okay. They tried everything. The whole thing was set up enough that they wanted to cause a commotion. Everybody was on track to turn on the street there, and nobody turned because the bikers were there. And then the cops had their reason to just lock everything down. And then when everybody was clamped down, well, like for me, I was talking with 2 cops the whole time. I'm like, hey, look, you can't do that. I'm standing here on the street and you're blocking me from going home. And he's like, yeah, but he's like, we're sorry.
Yeah, I heard
We're
that from
ordered
him.
to
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah.
And he's telling me that, and I'm like, okay, well, you know what happened? I'm like, I'm sorry, but look, I got documentation with me that I'm certified fucking nuts, you know, to a certain level. And he's all like, really? I'm like, yeah. I'm documented with the ODSP and all that. I got no issue of violence until you put it in my face. And I'm like, right now, that's what you're doing. You let me go home, or I'm just gonna do what I do. And
Oh,
he's all like, they told me, they're like, oh, we can't help, and da. So I turned around, I light up a joint right in front of them. Oh, they got angry right there. I'm like, hey, look, you know, I got a license with me that says I'm legal to be here on the street. I'm not causing any problem. You're pushing me out. How's that legal? We'll go to court. And right there, at some point after 3 hours, they decided to leave. And our side just decided to move away. And we had no problem. I told them, I'm like, okay, I don't mind. I don't have a problem with anybody. I don't want to cause a problem either. We're allowed to just be on the street. As far as we know, it's still Canada.
one of my viewers there were saying that they were calling it
yeah.
China-da.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Interesting new label, especially with our Prime Minister envying Mr. Xi Jinping.
Compared to 4 years ago, it is. It is becoming that, because 4 years ago, you never seen cups like that on the street.
No, I know.
You never seen this 4 years ago.
4 years ago, I didn't fear to walk down the street.
Yeah, exactly.
So that weekend, that Operation Dignity, when you were talking about with the biker rally,
Yep.
I went up to one of the cops. It was about 9 o'clock. So you were over there on on the other side.
We came down here at 7 or 7:30. We came down and we had it down.
Yeah.
Then I'm filming the biker being there and leaving. And the next thing I know, I'm turning around and it's like 50 police officers just in line, just closing in. And it's like everybody's all like, okay. And then they're pushing. It's like, okay, I'm moving away.
Yeah. I showed up just then.
I was telling them for like 3 hours, we were the only one on our side having a 2-meter distance between us and the cops. We were keeping 2 meters, and they looked at us, and at some point they're like, hey, look, we're not talking with you anymore. We don't care. And I'm like, okay. So I turned around and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna exert my right as a citizen to medicate right here. You're stressing the fuck out of me right now for no reason. I'm medicating here. And then they turned around, they didn't like that, but they couldn't do anything. And at the end, it resolved itself that one side went away and we went away too. It's like, there's no point of, there's no violence happening.
Yeah,
we don't want violence.
Hey,
They want
so you've
violence.
lived around here. Someone was saying this is normal here, having this. This is the first time I've noticed this intensive
only in
screening.
the last 3 years. Actually, this happens today. That wasn't there like 5 days ago.
No, it wasn't
here.
there 2 days ago.
I was here 5 days ago and it wasn't there.
But someone was saying he was here 6 years ago and they had this kind of a checkpoint to get through here.
Okay. Well, to tell you the truth,
Maybe it's
on the hill. On the first, I usually stay on the street,
yeah.
and we go down here and then down.
Yeah.
I'm like, my Canada Day is gonna be down here and then down. I'm like, I'm not going at the other end. I already live an hour walk away from here. I'm like, I'm getting ready for just going around.
So, I don't know if the viewers here noticed that even the children are getting scanned for weapons.
Oh, look at that. Yeah. Look at that. That's
scanning the children for weapons.
Wow.
This is.
I think children have weapons now.
Yeah. Yeah, this is ridiculous. But
Well, it's our new country, I guess.
But I don't remember having tents like that on the first for the July. I remember the chip trucks all around that street, everywhere. Where's the truck? Where's the food truck? There's no food truck this year.
No, they're scared. They're not. You know why? Because they got it all set up down there.
Yeah, but they won't. The licensing wasn't giving them proper licensing. They can only be blocking the road and just do it. No. They can't be on the road. It's also so it's like,
I'm going to get a permit for my thing, and we need to get thousands of speakers. Seriously, if I got to spend every
they're
time,
not going to allow it.
if I can get a permit, and if I got to get 1,000 speakers, hey, they don't like music, man. They got their harvest. They have no soul. You gotta have soul. You gotta have soul.
Yeah, I was just reading on the sign there, no speakers.
You gotta have soul, man.
So does that mean I can't play music on my phone then as I'm walking down the street? That's technically what that says.
I don't know. I got my little mini speaker in my bag.
Uh-oh.
I just plug it on my cell and that's it. I can play. It's like a boombox, but it's not that powerful.
No,
But
but they shut that down quickly, and I was just, I read my
too bad for them. Like I say, at some point when I'm expecting like 500,000 people coming down this year.
500,000, you think? I was talking to a couple.
Usually it's 300,000-400,000. So and because it's a big thing, but because
yes, James, stop. I read a lot. I know TikTok is
yeah, no, they do. So can you mute this for a second? Well, no.
Ideally not, but I will.
Well, no, it's for you. Just wanted to ask you.
Sorry, guys. Mr. Green Thumb was just asking me about what I was saying about his choice of medicine, and I was just letting him know that I've got 4 days of medicine free. So I'll be honest with you. 5 days ago, I lost $400 of equipment because I left it on the back of my truck while I pulled away, and I said, you know what? That is the last straw.
Yeah, no,
I'm just fed up of it. I'm just fed up of it. I've been in love with Mary Jane since 14.
I'm a medical grower, so that's why I'm
Right.
asking always. I grow for myself because I can't afford it.
Oh, I hear you, man. I
can't
did last
afford
year. I grew about 3.5 pounds last year. I gave away 3 pounds of it just because I can.
No, for me, I love the process.
Oh yeah,
making
it's awesome.
rosin.
It's awesome. Yeah,
I got all my
it's a great
tools, too.
hobby.
But yeah, the city won't allow me to have a shop where I can, like, not a shop where I can open doors, but where I can set up all my tools so I can work. And they won't allow me to have, like, I really need to go out of my way to be able to set something like that. Like,
Yeah.
I need to pay out of my pocket. The government won't help me one bit. I can't even talk about my license to my worker. I can lose my ODSP because of it, and it's a federal license. Oh yeah. It's, they told me not to talk about it. They're okay with it, but they don't want to talk about it. I can't ask anything about the license to them or anything medical. I'm like, since when?
Well, you want to go over there a little more private so you can have your cigarette? I've been calling them cigarettes for a long time because it annoys my mom.
People most of the time.
Oh no, me too. Like,
when I'm in pain, then I don't care because it's why that's the reason why.
well, you know, there's one. It's great to be respectful, right? You know, like to sit there where all the children are and light that up. Well, I don't think that's respectful.
I couldn't smoke next to children.
Yeah,
I always move away.
that's right. So that's why I suggested maybe we come over here. Well, except this is where all the cops are, I guess. Not exactly.
Oh, I don't mind. I'm legal. I'm legal anyway.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Like I say, I took years to renew my license. I'm actually in the process of renewing.
Oh yeah.
Tomorrow I got to file the paper.
Still worth all the process, considering the way things are now, or?
They're not preventing me to grow. But after 8 years, they only allow me to grow in my apartment, which is not, I can't grow my license itself. So now I'm reduced to 6-7 plants in a tent. Piss me off. But now I went from paying the $300 for the 20 gram a day to 5 gram a day, which doesn't cost me anything. So this year I'm not paying anything for. So I'm like, okay, good. But yeah, for me it's the love of hash making and all that. I'm a fanatic when it goes to that. I love hash. And I don't know why, but yeah, I always love process and stuff.
And on that, my sister doesn't smoke, but this year she decided to grow because she's a grower.
Yeah.
You look at her backyard.
Yep.
She grow. Here goes.
But
Here goes our boat bus.
Now that it's legal to have 4 plants, everybody kind of find out at some point in time. Some like the smell. Some use tea. They don't like to get high and all that, but they gonna put it and make tea. They don't get high, but they feel something. It's like, okay, well, being high is not the only thing that's out there. CBD is out there. It will never get you high, as far as I see.
No, it won't.
But I don't know. I never like. I'm staying away from CBD.
Hey, George, Elgin Street, yeah, it's still open to traffic. Way down near Laurier, I think they have a bunch of cops there, just checking to see if any protest vehicles show up. And they also have the tow trucks there as well. So, but it is free to drive around right now, as far as I've noticed. I haven't actually, besides that checkpoint there to get up to the hill, I haven't actually seen any checkpoints that we had back on Family Day.
Oxback Park for James Stop arrival is kind of blocked. My roommate went there with his bike, and he said it was blocked. Like they're trying to not block the park, but block as much of the entrance possible. So when he arrives, it's less people there, because they realize that he can bring thousands of people down there, and then they're gonna start walking. And they don't want that. They don't want a huge crowd. They don't want to acknowledge that, look, other people than them are able to have sense and make sense of everything. And it's like, look.
That is what they don't want.
Yeah.
Okay, so what they don't want is people seeing a movement happening and then more people join in.
Yep.
And realize something's wrong.
Yeah.
The more they can hide that I met some people last week from Netherlands, and they think Trudeau's the king. They think he's a great guy. And then they were asking me, how come, what's up with all these fuck Trudeau signs? How come, what's up with these fuck Trudeau signs? I said, so then I said, what, didn't your news media show you when all the Canadians got attacked by the government? No, we didn't see that. I'm like, you didn't see that on it? I said, you guys got to start watching YouTube.
Yeah.
No, that's just creators and stuff. I said, no, that's called reality. Well, that's not totally true. There's a lot of YouTubers that do serious bad editing, but
they don't know what what's the difference between a live video and a video that's made and then edited, and then put in, and it's like there's a lot of people that are doing editing. One of the reasons why I don't use my channel for doing anything, I wanted to. And then I realized, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to deal with the United States and all the problems of the between countries and all that. Like, YouTube did try to shut me down twice, and it seems because I'm a medical patient, they had to stop. But then they did ask me. They're like, okay, look, you keep your point to yourself. I'm like, okay, I don't mind. I got one picture, one video of my plant there. I showed them my license. I showed everything. And they told me that I wasn't going with their standard in the state. I'm like, okay, it's still a Canadian right.
So I did a trip to the reserve and showed my viewers all the shops.
Which one?
In Southern Ontario. And there's literally on one intersection within a kilometer each way on a four-way stop, there's probably 40 to 50 stores.
Okay, yeah.
And I went into one of them and got my medicine. And went home, and then YouTube just made it 19 and over, an age restriction on my video, because that's our country's rules, right?
Yeah. I can see that. Like I say, I've been technically I'm going to TY something there. It's further north towards Toronto, but just a little bit before. It's like 2 hours away from here. And I've been going there for a while now. Every time I run out, and yeah, they're pretty good. They don't use pesticide and all that. I find out the Mohawks don't use pesticide, which I accept to smoke. But I can't go to any store that they have, government store, because I know they use pesticide, so I can't use that. I'm like, look, I'm using it for a medication, not just to get high.
And you want to go for a hike?
Yeah.
Are you good?
Oh yeah, this thing keeps going up.
What is it, zigzag? Or
no, it's more me.
What type of paper is that though?
I packed it a little bit too much.
Oh, I see. I've always been a player's rolling paper guy because
players.
I like the burn. It doesn't ever go out. It'll burn your whole joint away, which is negative sometimes.
Yeah. I like when zigzag. Yeah, once in a while.
But today I've been getting.
Raw is good too.
Today I've been getting way too high strung due to my lack of medicine.
Yeah.
And really started getting verbal a couple times. So I'm glad I'm chilling out now a little bit. I got some I don't know if that worked or not, but getting all kinds of crazy comments there. All right, so we're on the intersection of Wellington and Metcalf. Just chilling here with Mr. Green Thumb. Thanks to coming out and shooting the shit with us tonight.
Yeah, most of the guys that are usually here are not here tonight. Like usually Danny is there, but not there. I think he got arrested maybe. I don't know. I heard someone got arrested there, but
Oh yeah?
yeah. And then my other buddy Steve, is, usually he's here, but I don't see him now. So.
Well, let's go see what kind of trouble we can find.
Brian, the trucker that didn't leave yet. Technically, he's somewhere. He was saying he's down there, so I'm like, okay, yeah.
All right, so I like to keep at least 3-4 meters from these guys in case I need to run. So we got 3 of the Gestapo coming up on the right-hand side here. Oh yeah, don't worry. Hey, listen, I've been dealing with these guys since my teens. Keeping 3 meters is always a good idea. I like having a running start.
Actually, that's the one thing I don't do. I stand up every time. But I learned, I got a kick-ass lawyer too, so.
Well, see, I have my dog in the hotel room,
Yeah.
which is dependent. I need to go
I
back.
used to have a dog, but for the last 2 years I don't, so now I can't permit myself little But yeah, that's what happened downtown. I'm like,
Oh, I know. I watched that lot.
and it started as everybody was happy, and then the next thing it's like we're just asking questions for 2 hours, like why are you in their face? And they're like, oh, we have orders. It's like,
Gotta love that
I
one,
just
eh?
want to go. And they're like, no.
And you know,
And it's like, no, okay, you don't want us to go, then I guess you're gonna hear this. I'm like, look, I'm a disabled person, and I have a license, and I live here in Ottawa. You're gonna tell me I'm illegal now, just standing here on the street? Okay. I say I got my phone out, and I start recording. It stopped right there. They all looked down like, fuck, what are we doing? Then the surgeon came and talked with me, and he's like, look, you get to stop being on front. And I'm like, why? I'm the best person to help them right now. I live here. You got no right to do this. And he's like, we understand, but that's another element that's here present today. I'm like, I don't give a shit about what you say about the convoy and all that. They fed me all winter when they came in. I'm not gonna.
so here comes the swapping out.
But, you know.
Yeah, unfortunately tonight it appears like there's more police here than other
I guess it's
regular
Canada Day
folk.
for them too.
No, I don't see any of them wearing a Canadian flag.
Yeah, where's the Canadian flag?
I've been.
One thing, yeah. Where's the Canadian flag?
We've been doing that all day. So here's one. Look at this gentleman. He's brave enough. He's got one on his belt buckle. So guys, if I'm going the wrong direction, you can jump onto that gentleman's page. I don't know who it is, but he's going that way. So if you want to go down that way, then follow him. I'm just kidding. I don't know who that is, so I can't tell you that. But just watching another creator there going that way.
Oh, there's the. So where's everyone? Where's everyone?
They went for a walk. They're like, oh, there's no room in the house. So they went for a walk.
Ah, okay. Are they coming back or?
People leave, there's barely anybody here.
Yeah, there's more police right now than people. Yo, how about you show me where Second Cup is? It's open.
Second cup.
I hear they're not segregating like Tim Hortons and McDonald's. I know there's one down this way.
Yeah, they would know more than me.
I don't know if it's
I
open,
don't
but
know any of the restaurants. It's been like 4 years now. I don't buy anything there because I'm boycotting the whole down here. They want to act like this. I refuse to fucking go in the shop.
you know what? Someone was mentioning earlier that that's exactly what should be happening. All the shops,
Oh, yeah.
all
I've been doing that since it started because I live here, and this is not normal.
Here, someone's asking me something. I just want to check this out. Hey, yo, I'm just going to run down this way. Someone wants to see how the Lord Elgin Hotel is, if it's been affected at all. Yeah, I think it's just around the corner here, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, it's down here.
And you're welcome. If you want to go run with your buddy, man, I'll end up back here again,
No,
anyways.
but like he says, the crew is coming back.
Oh, okay.
So the people are just they went for a walk.
And then have you noticed all the tow trucks took down their signs and they all say OPS now?
Yeah, they're lucky. In my young day, would just show up with a knife.
You know, the funny thing is,
like I say, I'm not young anymore.
I know.
They don't deserve it either. It's like, you know what? They want, that's exactly what they want. They want aggressivity out of us. And they're realizing that, look, all aggressivity that we had went this winter. Now, there's just love. And they hate it.
Well, it's a lot harder to shut down love than it is, you know.
They can shut down love, but when the whole world sees that
Exactly.
that's what they're doing,
then more people will jump onto the love boat.
exactly. Well, maybe not in this country, but another country, they're gonna be saying, "Hey, look, this is immoral. We can't have it."
Yeah, but the thing is, I told you, I've been talking to some, well, we'll call them foreigners because they don't live here, and their MSM doesn't say nothing about what's going on in this country.
You're right.
Main Street media across the board, across the world, is not telling us what's going on.
Well, no, MSN is not across the world, but everything else, like YouTube, Twitter, all those accounts, everybody actually.
What do you mean?
They see what's happening.
Every government has Main Street media.
They do have some, but they don't control the whole thing. Like what goes on YouTube, like the government control now with C11. Now they can control a lot more. But you can still post something. It's there 5 minutes before they remove it. Everybody copy it, bring it elsewhere, take out the video out of it, and then keep sharing the video by itself. And they can't remove all of it.
So did you get the notice that you'll any videos, any comments? Okay, so how should I word this to make sure I don't get myself in trouble? So with the conflict that's going on right now over on the other side of the world, one country invaded another one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Apparently, if we say something pro the one country, we will be I'm not monetized anyway, but demonetized.
Really?
If we say something pro about the one country, then we will get demonetized. We're only allowed to say pro the other country and negative on the one country. Isn't that crazy though?
Oh, yeah.
So I've had so many people tell me to get off YouTube because it's too controlled, and I didn't know that yet
Lord Elgin is down.
until I got that notice about what I'm allowed to say about the one country and what I'm allowed to say about the other country.
That's yeah.
Interesting, eh?
I get that.
So guys,
weird.
that's what I'm trying to share with you, is that we're allowed to talk about what's going on the other side of the world on YouTube, but we need to either stay neutral or we need to make sure we're pro the country. When I say pro, I'm meaning for the country that our government is backing. Hey, did you hear, not that I'm, so occasionally, today was the first time in some time, but did you hear that? So, what's that country called? Libya? So Canada now has 2,000 troops over, I'm going to say Libya. It's one of the countries beside Russia. We have 2,000, and today our Mr. Wonderful, JT, has decided we're going to, actually every country, NATO's decided, so Canada's sending, we're going to do maybe 10 to 15,000 troops. And Britain's going to do 10 to 15,000 in their country. So Britain is in Lithuania, I believe it is. And so...
That's supposed to do.
Oh, there it is. How do you pronounce that, though? Can you help me there, viewer?
Lithuania or something.
Latvia.
Latvia?
Yeah, Latvia. So we've got 2,000 troops there now, and we're going to bump it up to a brigade. Now, a brigade can be anywhere from 5,000 to 15,000, depending on the country, basically. Different countries have different size brigades, but...
But you know that...
So yeah, access is open all the way up here to that hotel you were mentioning.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have a problem getting into it all. Just put away your flags and your
just
signs.
wait.
For what?
Light is red.
I don't give a shit, buddy.
I don't either.
I don't follow that. I don't know why they're all waiting. What are we waiting for? That cop to tell us to go, or?
Anyways, though.
Oh no, it's a suggestion actually, sir. Yo, go. No, get educated, you ignorant. Oh, that's what I told you about. Sorry, guys. I gotta watch it. That's what I told you about. That wouldn't happen 4 days ago. That wouldn't have happened 4 days ago.
People will come. For some reason they will. And everyone, as far as I know, everyone has the right to have their own opinion. That never bothered me.
Yeah, but I gotta really, so I gotta watch that. I gotta make sure that doesn't happen again. I hate that.
But when it doesn't happen, it's to have the right reply to them.
But I
If
could.
they see that people are, because like that's one thing I noticed with most of
The
the guys
traffic.
when you talk to them and all that, when people talk to them, they're all wear off because it's been 4 or 5 months now they've been at it. So they're all wear off. And I got there the other day and Buddy is just talking to a guy that just came out of Parliament. And the guy is just there to troll him. And our buddy just got in, he rolled in it, and he just got rattled and all that. And the guy's just laughing. Meanwhile, I'm watching the guy leaving, and then I just walk behind him. I'm going right at him, and I'm like, hey, buddy, I love you. And he's all like, okay. I'm like, why don't you ask me what I think about this instead of going see someone that is from another province that is rattled for the last 4 months by you guys? Why don't you ask me? And he's all like, well, yeah, but this doesn't concern me. I'm like, I was at the protest last summer. And he's all like, really? Why would you do that? I'm like, because I'm for freedom. I'm not against freedom. He's like, for freedom too. I'm like, okay, then where's the problem? And he's like, oh, I was just asking him question. I'm like, no, it's the way you ask him question. You twist his answer to a certain way that you can sound better, but are you a better person? I bet you hurt people with just getting a paycheck. Are you helping poor people on the street right now? Did you bring a sleeping bag or food to the people?
Thanks,
Or
George.
water? And he's all like, I'm like, I bet you drive a nice car too and you got a nice house. I'm like, the privilege in this city is to kill. I'm like, I'm not privileged, I'm on ODSP. I receive $1,000 a month, sir. And I'm supposed to survive with that when the price of a steak is $41 at my metro. And he looks at me like, he had no tools there. I'm like, yeah, ask the people that are here that are not wear off by all this and ask us how bad we've been doing.
I talked to some people. I was watching the boats come up the locks there in the canal. And just to take a ride up those locks, depending on the size of your boat and how many locks you go up or how many heights, I guess we could say it.
Yeah.
It's about $500. About $500.
It's criminal. Everything is it's a crime now. Like, I don't understand why they can charge so much and the government doesn't put a ceiling on that.
Because they're driving a $250,000 boat.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, if the government were really sincere about helping people since the beginning of the pandemic, they'd be putting a ceiling on everything so nobody can profit or over profit.
Yep.
And it's like, they went, no, those are the company that will follow the rules later, so they can't do that. They're in conflict of interest with what's necessary to do the right thing. And it's like, well, you don't think the whole world see that right now? They choose to take the money over taking our own health and our well-being. I don't think at some point in a normal court, like, I know many people that are suing the government right now. And it's like, I think they're gonna win just because the government has been careless about how they do things. It's punitive at this point.
Oh,
And
you're
they're
right.
going after people the wrong way, and it's like, well, look, no. We didn't allow you in 1982 to fucking do this, and we're not gonna allow you now.
Well, you
and
know-
they're like, well, why not? Hey, we should be able to. You guys are softer than before. Nah. My generation grew up with that type of bullshit, and it's like, I said no all my life. Why would I say yes now? I'm like,
You
I
want-
never comply all my life. You called me a criminal since I'm 9 years old. And I was never able to defend myself on anything on that. I'm like, after that, I learned what the real justice was. I like to smoke a little herb, I end up in jail. Then it happened more and more. I left the province of Quebec because I moved here, and here that didn't happen for 25 years. I didn't have a problem. But then I told my doctor one day, I'm like, I'm tired of being labeled a criminal because I like to smoke grass. I'm like, I shouldn't be. He's like, okay. So he helped me to get the license. And then it stopped right there. I was happy. I'm like, okay, I don't have to complain about this anymore. This part, I'm not a criminal anymore. And
You know, your
everybody's
province
like, I got
kicked
a
me out, eh?
license.
Quebec kicked me out, eh?
Yeah.
I used to, so I lived in Quebec City for a year and a half.
Yeah.
When I was 18. Now I lived in a place called I'm not going to pronounce it right because I don't know how, but it's called Archambault. Archambault.
Archambault.
Maybe that's it there. It's the prison
Yeah.
in Quebec City.
Oh, it's a prison, yeah.
So yeah, it's the one I was in. Yeah. But yeah, they kicked me out of there, man. They said never come back to Quebec.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did all of them for stupid shit.
But that was my teen years, bro.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
a good
yeah,
boy
me
now.
too, me too.
That's why I told you I'll run because I'm not. If I get a misdemeanor, I got a pardon about 10 years ago,
Okay, yeah.
and I worked really hard for that
Yeah.
pardon. Took me years to get it, and if I get a little misdemeanor for something, no matter what it is, just
yeah, I
any
know, I know,
misdemeanor,
I know.
boom, I have no pardon anymore.
I got 3 friends that have been bugging me for 25 years now to get my pardon, and I keep telling them no, I'm not gonna do.
Well, it doesn't
And they're
really
like,
do
Why?
much.
I'm like, because one day I'm gonna be on front. I'm gonna just do my own business, and then I'm gonna have a bunch of cops on front of me doing something wrong, and I'm gonna do something. And I know I'm doing the right thing, but I'm gonna get in trouble, and I don't want to ruin my pardon because of that.
Yeah,
Because I know the price of the pardon, and it's like, oh, come on, man.
yeah. It's a pain in the ass.
Exactly, and I don't like. I understand that they label me, and technically, it's to me to prove.
You're welcome,
to the
Sherry.
Country to that I'm worthy and all that. Like, okay, but that's how much I see myself. I wouldn't go get a piece of paper and break it because I know it might happen in the next 20 years.
Sherry, you're absolutely right. You know, your country, our country, they're both gone to shit.
Yep.
It seems like, to be honest with you, you know, quite frankly, NATO's controlling the situation. And yes, I would say U.S. controls NATO, and NATO has an agenda. And I hope YouTube's not gonna. I should be code wording these things. So, anyways, how about we call it OTAN? So everybody that's watching right now, if you hear OTAN, that is NATO spelt backwards. So OTAN has an agenda, and I don't know what it is. If you watch the world's military, so where NATO's putting all their troops, yes, it looks like we're putting a whole bunch beside the big country that invaded the little country, but in reality, let's look at the China Sea. Take a look at how many ships from U.S., Canada, Germany, Japan, Australia, India. Oh, what's the other one? And I think I have another country I want to say as well, but they all now, Philippines, which is already there to begin with. They're all sending their ships, aircraft carriers, men all over to the Red China Sea. We're going to throw nukes onto Japan. Now I'm meaning, let me word that properly. So Japan is now going to house nuclear weapons. There can only be one sad.
It's not gonna. To me personally, I think, like I say, everything I say is my opinion, but I can't see that because just I was watching Viva.
That's correct, Sherry.
Viva clip and all that, and he was talking with a U.S. military guy that was there as an advisor, and one of those two countries we can't mention anymore. But
No, we can mention Ukraine and say positive things.
he was, but that's not positive whether he's got to
Oh,
say.
okay,
He's
yeah.
talking about did you know that every single day the big guy, the big boy, are shooting 8 million rounds a day. Meanwhile, the other one is returning 1,000 rounds a day because they don't have the budget, they don't have the money, they don't. And now we learned that he's going to put more men somewhere else. But that's why earlier I was saying, what is it going to do? The big boys have 200,000 people platoon, and he's got 3,000 of them.
Well, I hope
He's
it
got
all.
more people than the Roman had when they invaded the whole, the whole thing back then. He's got more men, and they know more about how to fight. So between them and the Chinese, I don't think that.
It's going to be a friggin' scary.
No,
scary,
it's those
scary.
guys eventually will put their foot on the ground and say, "Fuck you." You
They
guys
already
have
are.
rhetoric and propaganda, and we're saying no to it.
Now,
If you want to threat us with nukes, go ahead. We got more than you. But then what's the point of having, like I say, for me, I don't believe in having military, like the people have to stand up to everything that we have everywhere, like our armies, everything, and make sure that they're accountable for what they're doing. Because right now, they're playing like little boy with toys. And it's like, well, look, you're talking about nuclear. If it was me, I would outlaw nuclear, period.
well, you heard
Like-
Trump was saying about a couple months ago that the N-word,
Yeah.
nuclear,
Yeah.
shouldn't even be used by any person in charge. Any leaders should never be using the word N-word.
Exactly. Because it brings to a point where we're not responsible enough to play with that stuff. Like some people are, but they build a bomb. Obviously, they're not responsible enough to use it.
Yeah.
They didn't build a nice healthcare or a power source that will last forever. No. They built something they can control.
Well, I tell you what we got to do is we got to figure out how to get mankind to stop focusing on war and what everybody else has, and maybe just focus on, enjoying what
Healthcare.
we have.
Yeah, healthcare.
You know?
Enjoying our nice life on Earth be one thing. We have everything at our fingertip, but then we prive some to have more with others. But that's stupid.
Well, like I always say, it's
Like,
greed. Greed is what is,
I
it's
look
the
at what
nastiest
this
thing.
guy, the GT boy that we got here in Canada, and I look at him, and he's talking about recycling, he's talking about green and all that. Meanwhile, he flies. How much does it cost for jet fuel?
Oh, not just the cost, the
how much
carbon
the food-
footprint.
how much the food that he takes every time he goes to those meetings all across the planet? Oh, but he's the prime minister. He needs to do that. Is he?
And it's
I'd
not
rather
just
have
him.
him here deal with us and his problem in Canada than go elsewhere try to fuck up their world.
Do you know that one? just him alone.
I'm a Canadian, but I don't have a voice. I never had a voice in Canada. Meanwhile, they're telling me, "Oh, vote is counted." Prove it.
Votes count.
I want to see it.
You know
Prove
what
it.
I want to see? I want to see our voting system be put under live cameras.
Yeah, me too.
Right?
I want to see it. I want the fucking thing to be fully
Oh
transparent.
yes, fully transparent under
And-
live cameras.
By the way, you know that the building itself, that's taking care of the counting, the votes, and all that is in Quebec province, and it's been paid by the federal government. Election Canada is in Jonquière, the same place that the tax systems are. So all that is all federal. Election Canada has always been a federal entity behind the closed door. They receive money through all this. If not, they wouldn't have worked to make the election, the vote and all that. So if he owns the whole thing and he owns the news, well, it brings to...
How can you not call that a dictator?
Or propaganda machine, because that's what they put.
Oh yeah. And that's what I've tried to tell people too. Don't blame. Don't. Like that guy that had his opinion about the traffic signal.
We're Canadian. We all have our opinion, and at the end of the day, we all have opinion. He's making move. We're not making move. He is, and he's the one that puts this country in jeopardy for his own fucking game. And it's like, okay, well, what that's called? It's called bullying to the worst level.
And something you might find funny is Australia, MSM, mainstream media, they make fun of Trudeau over there.
Oh yeah. India makes fun of him.
Yeah, India too.
India is nabbing.
Well,
his
yeah,
foot.
because he went over to India when they were
Exactly, and
protesting.
He told them about the food crisis down there, and he lectured them. And it's like it's worse than here. Now the market was never reopened. The market downtown here is supposed to have fruit and vegetable everywhere. Now they put chairs everywhere on the street because they can't reopen the market anymore. They call this city a terrorist city. We had a terrorist attempt. It's like, no, we got a whole bunch of guys with trucks that blow horns. Since when that's illegal and that's bad for people? It's like, no, their fucking ego got touched a little bit the wrong way and they blame us for everything. It's like, okay, well, they got the right to be angry, but not this way. And we have the right to be angry, but it's all about how we show it and how it's been done, that we can authorize them to beat the shit out of
What's going on here? We're getting gloves on.
Oh, nothing. They just go up there.
Hey, man, trust me. Just trust me, okay?
Okay.
If I say there's something about to happen, there's usually something about to happen. See? Told you. Told you. Told you guys.
Yeah.
If I tell you something's happening, it's happening. Let's get over there and maybe get this guy some cameras so we can see that he doesn't get his ass kicked. Hold on, guys.
You didn't do anything. You didn't do anything.
Hey, watch my back for me, will you? Keep an eye out for the cops. That's who I'm watching. Thanks.
They jumped on him. Why did they jump on him?
Maybe he doesn't look enough like a tourist.
I think I heard them say he has a warrant.
Yeah, because we went to talk to them today and we put them on film. And he went in.
I think it's actually the second. So for some that commented about the first victim, I think he's actually the second.
Call on Jesus.
Yeah. I guess we're sending you back to Toronto. We're sending you back to Toronto. But I need someone. You guys follow these guys. Follow them to the police station. And bring more people. Bring more people.
Jesus will help you. Will help everyone here.
Does anyone know this?
Yes, I do.
Nothing. Did nothing. They just jumped on him. They say they have a warrant.
What he did is he's not pro Trudeau. That's probably what he did.
They came from there. They jumped on him right away.
Yeah, but they're gonna bring him to Toronto. That's what he said.
Yeah,
They're
good
sending
point.
him back.
Good point. This is an
The,
Ottawa, this is
the-
an Ottawa lawyer, but
Yeah, no, but like I say,
Yeah.
I've been with them every day for the last 2 months.
So guys, we'll just keep an eye on this for a second just so we can try to make sure there's no police brutality, no excessive force. That man's injured his hand, by the way. Not sure how.
Everybody with a mask.
The one police officer's injured his hand.
He's here, but he's not here tonight. Danny is not here.
Hopefully it wasn't from hitting the guy.
To get arrested, but
So this is why we need cameras, just to make sure that the police don't get carried away with their power.
yeah, he jumped the fence.
This is why I like to stay 3 meters away from them at all times.
But then it's gonna make it look worse. Telling me he jumped the fence.
Sorry, sir, we got here too late.
There he is. Hey, Kyle. Remember me, David? Benji. Yes. Kyle.
I think Lincoln J knows you, doesn't he? What? Kyle, what happened? What did you do?
Apparently, allegedly a warrant doesn't exist. They're taking me back to Toronto. Now, you guys, these guys are, they're probably gonna fucking do something to me, so they're gonna follow me. These guys are
They've been
What?
they've been ostracizing those guys.
Now the warrant, Kyle.
5 months now. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I know. And like I say, I've been there, and every time they put the threat,
So we got the one officer making threats. Anybody got a good microphone?
and I tell them, I'm like, look, I got paid.
So the one officer's telling him to shut up, and I can't exactly hear what he's saying. I'll shut up.
So stay the fuck away. I'm a disabled person. I got rights. And I'm like, all like, okay, show me a proof of address. I show him my ID. He's like, oh, okay. What do you need? I'm like, yeah, stay the fuck away from them. I'm like, I don't need to have you in my face. I will just get aggressive just because you're just let me be. And like I say, if I was causing a problem, then I understand. But I'm walking on the street and
Callie, jump the fence.
No, they'll get arrested.
you don't have a big German shot.
I'll give you $20 if you do it. Actually, I don't know if you are.
That's the sad part.
Well, I've been pointing out to the viewers today about how many Canadian flags we've seen.
Yeah.
And even look at mine, just to make sure I can get past the checkpoints. Look how tiny it has to be on Canada Day.
Oh, is that so you're not a...
Yeah.
Right, because
Protester.
right, the truckers are stolen.
So now it's illegal to be protester in Canada.
All right, guys, so there is, I believe his name might be George. He was one of the peacekeepers here, and he's on his way out of here. Apparently, he says he's going to Toronto. So we're going to keep the camera on as long as we can, just to make sure that he doesn't get beat up anymore while in front of us.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no. I'm talking about this guy. Like I said.
So we already noticed the one officer has hurt his fist. I'm assuming it was either from hitting the ground or hitting the guy that got arrested. The guy that got arrested said he got hit in the face multiple times, and I do have one of the officers on camera here with an injured hand. So this is why we're here, is to support everybody on all sides, just to make sure we all play by the rules. I do have a couple officers behind me that I'm keeping an eye on in the intersection, but they don't seem too concerned with what's going on. So I think we're okay.
There's two police officers in the intersection, but they're not doing anything.
Well, every time I've ever been here, if you have to meet these officers, then yes, you end up getting a trip to the ambulance. Not too many people get involved with these officers that don't end up going to the ambulance afterwards. And that is just me speaking the truth. That is what I've seen with my eyes. That's why I'm here, because I've heard too much bullshit. And with my eyes, at least I can believe half what I see. And right now, what I saw was basically, you know, this gentleman needed to get arrested apparently. And the amount of force involved, they will say was absolutely necessary. But when you look at 20 officers versus one guy, I think they had it under control and maybe didn't need to punch him in the face. Now, I'll have to double check the feed to see if he actually did get punched in the face, but I certainly did see the officer shaking his hand, and he still is. He still is over there. He's got an injured hand. So he hit something. He hit something with that hand.
But yeah.
I don't know if he hit the guy or hit the ground, but that one officer's got a hurt hand.
Oh. Was it the officer that jumped the fence? I don't know, maybe he wasn't that successful.
Yeah, you're right. Could have been that too.
Nothing against this person, just that's a difficult fence to jump.
We saw him jump.
You're welcome, Let Freedom. Thanks for the shout out. I appreciate it. We got to get more cameras out there, so just to get more safety to the public. Because I tell you right now, walking down these streets, I'm surrounded by people that are bigger and tougher, but I don't fear them. But I certainly do fear these guys in the high vis and over there that are supposed to be serving the people. It's pretty crappy now that we should feel safe surrounded by all these officers.
It looks so welcoming.
Yeah.
It's our land.
Did you guys ever seen this in Canada Day?
Never, period, ever.
One person said to me, that he saw that years ago. I'm like, I never seen this years ago. And
So just for a few more minutes while until they take them away, we'll just keep an eye on the situation here. I've got my, oh, I'm getting pointed at over here. So right over here, these guys are signaling me out. We're gonna get out of here. They're pointing at me. So I guess because I'm close to the fence, maybe I'll step down so they know I'm not climbing the fence. But yeah, I got pointed at by that officer over there. The one on the right that's staring me down there. So we got to keep our eye on that. Did you see that, guys? I just got pointed out there.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I just got pointed out, so keep an eye on them. If they come this way, I'm moving.
Yeah, I'm noticing more. No, I said
We have to go meet Adam.
It might be because my foot's like this on the fence. But yeah, let's get it back onto these guys. I think I'll just I had my foot up here on the wall, so I'm assuming I got pointed at for that reason. But it certainly gets your heart racing when you start getting pointed at.
he's one of the ones that we will talk with. That's why I let him know right as soon as he arrived. I'm like, hey, okay. If anyone gets stopped, he needs to know. Yeah,
Let's just take a look around.
The last month, they've been trying every night. Like I've been here, and I'm going home, and I know that the guys that are staying here are getting harassed by them every night. They're getting pushed out, or they're getting ticketed right there. They're getting ticketed, and now they put the counter up where usually.
I guess he's out of here. They're closing the door now.
No, it's no.
Yeah, he's still staring at me pretty solid. And yeah, he did jump on his radio. It's not the first time. Every time I've been here, I've been pointed at. Here, if you have a flag, a camera, or a sign, you are definitely going to be signaled out. So that gentleman's out of here now. And let's see if we can see which officers got injured.
Yeah. I know.
Where's that fourth one gone? Okay, guys, we got to close this up for a second. Yeah, I've got one of the officers that we had eyes on over here. He's missing. So oh, okay, he's gone over there. Oh yeah, there they are. Oh shit. He just told his buddies, I'm moving out.
Okay, good eye. I didn't see it.
Oh, I told you I keep my eye on this stuff big time. I played with these boys a long time ago. When they start pointing at you, you move. All right, guys. So that one that left the party of 4 went and talked to this party of 2 that's joining the party of 3 now. And I'm just going to keep a little bit of a distance, just in case. I have nothing to fear. I've done nothing wrong, but I am here with a camera. And who knows what footage I just caught. Maybe that guy did get punched or something. I'll have to check the footage later. Let's zoom out a bit. Looks like we're going to be fine. I'm probably just being over paranoid, but over paranoid's kept me free of these guys. So there you go. We have our first or second. I think I heard it's our second victim. Apparently they have a warrant for his arrest. I didn't hear what the charge was, but we'll step back over here, keep our distance a little bit. Told you.
What did happen?
When we were over here. And you said, oh, don't worry about it.
Yeah, no.
Soon as-
Like I say, but I know this guy. I don't know why he jumped the fence.
Wow.
I saw him jump in the fence. I'm like, I don't know why, but
Because maybe he knows he's
the
got
way-
a warrant.
I don't think so. He was walking normally earlier.
Yeah, but
But
then
I don't think
as soon as he got I think they
I don't
spotted
think-
him.
Yeah, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Like I say,
Or they
like,
know him from previously.
oh yeah.
And he was just targeted.
That's what I was talking with the girl earlier with her husband. They've been targeted for the last 2 months, every night. They
Yeah, I'm
try
just gonna
to
put the
get
camera down
those
for a second.
problems To do something.
Gonna put the camera down so I can just catch a view here and take a break. There you go.
I'm trying, but right now we're trying to get this cell phone out. And now they're saying they're telling they told Brian to go at 417 Elgin Street at the police station to get the buddy's cell phone because that's his cell phone.
Oh,
That's what I
really?
mean. It's the other guy's cell phone. They're all together.
wow.
Meanwhile, it's been 2 months now. They've been harassing them every night. Like I come here and then I leave around like 9 to 11.
See this one? Crossing the street. Oh, I was just going to the car.
Yeah. I learned not to be bothered with them. Like I see them move. They call me a criminal.
Well, you know what they
I
say,
see
you
them
know, a
move,
man
but
with nothing to fear has no fear, right?
I
So-
was looking at them and I was like, okay, but why are they going there? It's someone on Parliament Hill. But then I saw them running towards a fence thing. So I'm like, why are they running towards the fence? Then I'm seeing Buddy in front of it. And I'm like, well, he's not going to jump. Then he jumped. I'm like, wow, okay. Then I understand why, but I think he found out he had it. That's his... or something. Like I say, I have no idea of the circumstances. It's not
No, the main
right.
reason you
It's
run
not
is you know
right.
you're about to get
It's not
arrested.
right the way they arrested him and all that.
Well, you,
But-
look how many children just watched that guy get his ass kicked.
Exactly. But then
So much for bringing you safe place to bring your children, eh?
Menzie is there, so Rebel News guy is right there.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, don't worry about it. They ain't gonna do
Listen to
anything
you.
about it. I'm serious.
Well, listen, I have things to worry for.
Yeah. But they
Right?
can't just arrest. They can't arrest pedestrian on the street. That's why I was talking with the girl. Like she was
Listen.
from Ottawa.
When you think,
and in
when you try to
25
say
years-
these people can't do what they want to do, I can tell you're
But
on the
that's-
wacky tobacco because they
it-
can do
it's-
whatever the fuck they want.
Actually,
Unless
no.
you got cameras and you're live streaming like me, these guys will do what they fuck they want. I've
Actually-
seen it so many times in my life. So
Maybe
I
it's
appreciate
because-
your opinion,
no,
but
maybe it's because I got a kick-ass.
look at them all. Look at them all. Proud, shaking each other's hand, patting each other on the back for the attack.
Of course. But if they're not provoked, they got no ground. In court, they lose. Like I say, and usually they pay heavily. If you know the law enough. Like I say, they never bother me. They can't even arrest me. They tried twice and it didn't.
They won't arrest me either because I'll run the other way, man. I'm not having nothing to do with them.
Oh, actually, I don't run. I stay in their face and I give them a phone number, my lawyer, and talk with him. Try to tell me I'm doing something incorrect. If I'm not bothering anybody, they got no ground.
So
But I
everybody's just
understand.
joined the stream. Paul from Canadian Free Living. We're here on the corner of Metcalfe and intersection of Metcalfe and Wellington. We just witnessed a gentleman walking down the street. We noticed the cops getting out of their cars, putting their gloves on. And anytime you see the cops getting on their gloves, you know somebody's about to get their shit kicked out of them. That's one of the things I've learned so far. I shouldn't say the shit kicked out of them. You know that the cops are expecting dirt if they're putting their gloves on. So one of the key signs to know that shit's about to hit the fan is when you see the cops getting on their the gloves that blood can't get through, that doctors and stuff wear as well. But anyways, the latex gloves, yeah. When they get their latex gloves on, well, that's when you know shit's hitting the fan. And as soon as I noticed that cop get out of his car, put on his gloves, that's how this time we were able to get some shit on the camera because we were able to notice the signs. Ceramic and Kevlar gloves? Well, I'm pretty sure the one, wow. I thought it was just for protection against blood and stuff. I didn't realize it might be gloves like that. It's a weird vehicle there.
A diplomat.
Oh, a diplomat?
Yeah. That's why
Well, you know what we forgot to do?
she was all smiling. So
We should have yelled out a Hail Trudeau while he was getting.
she wouldn't care.
And he's getting okay.
But yeah, like I say, you're correct in some way because, like I say, for me, I live in Ottawa for 25 years, and I realize compared to the cops in Quebec, those guys are a joke. They're a fucking joke. The one that were there in February, those were Quebec cops that beat up people and all that. That's what I'm used to. And like I say, those guys, I understand that there's two type of law for them. It's the people that live in the city and the people that don't. And
So
that's
these
what I
guys now are
noticed.
just having a little chat. They were all high-fiving and handshaking. I guess they did a good job tonight taking a dangerous man off the streets. And I'm saying that sarcastically. He seemed like a very peaceful man. He was walking. I've seen him earlier. He had his cell phone, walking down the street.
He jumped the fence and he went on. He went in. He went in the Parliament House.
I was wrong. I was in.
Yeah. I'm just letting you know.
We know that's all set up. We knew what they were doing. I knew-
Good day, sir.
I knew how cocky it was. It was just a matter of time.
Yeah. Well, they've been pushing everybody to the limit.
You know what? I bet you if they didn't realize they had about 10 cameras on them, he would have got a more ass whooping than he did.
Maybe. The like he.
Well, he made them work.
Yeah.
They hate
yeah.
working.
Oh yeah.
If
Oh,
you
yeah,
make
yeah,
these
yeah.
guys sweat,
Yeah.
you can expect a
Oh, yeah.
beat down.
Yeah.
That's from my education. When I was
Yeah,
a kid,
no,
that's
I
what I
get
learned.
that,
You
I
make
get
these
that.
guys sweat. If you make them work, then you get a beat down.
In Quebec, I got that when I moved here. I never saw that, and now the way they're acting now is immoral. They're acting
Well,
like they're acting like cops in Quebec, but
They're
they don't
acting
even
like
know.
Gestapo.
Oh yeah, exactly. Exactly. They never.
It's fucking scary as shit, to be honest with you.
That Gestapo is only.
Excuse
for
my
people
French,
that
guys.
don't
I'm a little
live
emotional
here.
right now.
That Gestapo is only. I'm noticing it's only for people that don't live here. Because for the people that live here, they can't fucking respond to us that way. If they do,
Well, I hope you're wrong, George.
They end up in court, and they don't want that. They think they can intimidate people and all that. They are doing a good job on one side, but the people from here are not too impressed. I'm telling you, I'm not impressed.
You see what I just did? Right in front of him. Just to be here.
Yeah, like I say, I'm not impressed with their fucking job. Like I understand why they went after the guy because I get that, but the way they got him, it's like you just need
He
one
only
guy.
jumped. He didn't jump the fence because he was.
I have no idea why.
He was jumping the fence, and just from my viewpoint, because
they were all there.
Because he seen they were
Okay,
coming
yeah,
for him,
yeah, okay.
and he ran the wrong way.
Yeah,
What the hell?
but like
He
I
ran
say,
into the cops.
he was right. Like I say, I saw him right at the fence, and then the next thing I know, it's those 15 cops that went towards him, and then he jumped. It's like, okay, I didn't think he would jump, but he did. Oh, now he's getting reported by Menzies there for it.
Who's that?
That's Rebel News.
Oh,
media.
Rebel News.
Yeah, Rebel News. That's David Menzies. And he's
The one-
talking to
oh,
Brian
shit.
right now because
So someone
Brian
was just telling me that the guy in the car was pointing at me again.
right there.
Well, I'll have to keep that on there then, so you guys can keep an eye out for me. I appreciate the help. As long as they don't come up behind us.
I'll take it with me.
You have your umbrella behind you.
Yeah. Thank you. That's the other reason why.
No, I know. I'm looking around. I see you jumpy.
Oh no, I'm just prepared, man. I've been here and done it before. Listen, when they start
Smell them a mile
the
away.
one-
I smell every single vet that works around here.
when they start pointing at you, you will start watching your back.
I smell them a mile away. They're so easy to detect. They're so dumb. They find these dumbest people in the world.
And my guess, Danny was one of the first.
I mean, I'm pretty dumb. I'm not the most intelligent person in the world, but it doesn't take any genius to figure this out. 1 plus 1 doesn't equal 3.
Did Danny get arrested?
Danny?
The tall
Maybe.
one
I don't
with
know. I don't think so.
Acadian flag. No? Okay, good.
Was that him, Danny? Danny Flag?
No,
Oh.
he's got the big Acadian flag. And he screams, you would hear him if he was here. He screams freedom everywhere. Meanwhile, like I say, I was telling about everyone has the right to have their point of view. But it's when they don't respect their point of view that technically that's illegal.
Hello, Eagle. Thanks for joining the stream. You might want to scroll back. We had a little bit of an event, I guess we'll call it for lack of a better term, but a gentleman just got arrested here, basically tackled and potentially abused by the police right in front of, let's go across the street and show you. We're not going to get too close because we've already been pointed at a few times. But they've got a major security checkpoint here to get to the other side of the fence. On the other side of the fence, there's oodles of children that just got frisked for weapons to be able to go on the other side of the fence. Well, all those children just got to watch those cops. All those children just got to watch those cops jump and attack that guy. And if you do scroll back to watch that, see if you can see if anybody got punched. The gentleman on the ground declared he was punched in the face a few times, and I noticed one of the officers with a sore hand trying to stretch it out and stuff. So just check that out. Just be curious. It's terrible when we see that kind of stuff.
Pretty soon you get an canoe.
And that's, you know what, one of the things they use, and I don't know if they obviously used it on him, is facial recognition. With how many cameras are around here, I heard Trudeau starting to use facial recognition. They started an experimental program with Norway using facial recognition on the streets. And so I don't know if, you know, we've got, obviously there's cameras everywhere on us. There's probably 20 on us right now. And I wonder if the cops actually used facial recognition, or did they recognize them themselves from previous protests? Let me see if I can fix something wrong with the audio. Let me just open up, make sure my battery pack's not overheating. So my audio is messed up. Let me just check on that, guys. Thanks for letting me know. Doesn't look like anything should be messed up. Unless we're getting jammed. So let me see what's going on. I'm gonna check a few things and see if I can figure out why. Okay, that is definitely getting hot. That's not ideal to be that hot. All right, so I think I might have found our internet source was getting pretty hot in the in my backpack. So potentially that's what the problem was. We've got it out, letting it cool down a bit now. So
Are you serious? Get a fucking router?
yeah, hey. Can't afford cell phone.
I know, no, that's awesome. It's like, yeah, it's the first time I see that. I'll tell that to my roommate is a geek, a tech.
Yeah?
And yeah, he doesn't have that.
Oh yeah, look at this.
Router right in the pants.
Oh yeah.
With Wi-Fi, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's running on Wi-Fi.
Okay, yeah, that's good, that's good.
Well, you look at, I pay $60 a month for 6 gig on my cell phone.
I got 10 gigs on mine for some reason, but I pay like $50 for my cell phone.
That's a great deal.
Yeah. Well, it's
and then,
been also like years.
But this one I have 200 gig.
Ah, nice. Yeah, no, that's one of the reasons why I didn't. I wanted to start the streaming and starting my channel. I got my channel done, but then I'm like, okay, 1,000 subscriber, and then you get to keep You get to be nice with the viewer and all that, and I'm like, okay, look, I got this order. I shouldn't be there. I shouldn't do this. Like, I'm gonna say tons of bad shit. It's like, yeah, but that's still my opinion. But I understand it shouldn't be something like that.
Hey, Eagle, you want to elaborate on that? Uh-oh. They wouldn't come single-handed. Hey, you want to elaborate on that? What do you mean? I'm assuming you're just talking about that crap up there. Oh, yeah, I see the naked shit. Yeah, I deleted it, and I tried to report it so we can get rid of them. And in the future, if we're going to have popular streams, we'll get a moderator to get out that porn.
That's always important. Now it seems to be the thing online. How much those cost? The dongle.
Oh, the gimbal?
Yeah, the gimbal.
The cheap one like I have is 140. The one I get next is like 800. But I'm gonna wait and see. I said to myself, I'm not getting it unless YouTube ever sends me a check.
Yeah.
If they ever send me a check.
For me, I thought about the strap that you got around your chest and you just walk and it's just stay there and stabilize everything. That's a nice one. But I think the guy was saying $2,000. I'm like, really?
Thanks, Cornell Custom. I appreciate the offer.
Kids on the stage there, they all saw what happened.
Oh, I know. They all the kids, all the teenagers, all the children, all the juveniles, like they all witnessed that violence tonight.
I know. Meanwhile, they didn't need to, and it's like, yeah.
Well, certainly look. If they wanted to, they could have just followed him away from here.
Or just
let George. It was George, right?
Guy.
It was George, right?
His name, no, was Kai.
Oh, okay. Well, let's call him Henry,
Yeah.
just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
If they could have just followed Henry down the street and attacked him down there.
Yeah.
They didn't. There's all them children. Come on.
No, I know, but just there, you just send one officer after there's one guy. It's not like it's a crowd of people. You don't need 10 guys to arrest one guy. But yeah, I'll go close to the interview.
Yeah, man. I'm just gonna chill out back here for a minute. Might eventually go find that poutine shop, but I think we'll sit here for a few more minutes and just make sure that nobody needs our camera here. We possibly might. Uh-oh. Something just turned off. Wow, we've lost our Wi-Fi here, guys. Not sure what just happened. Oh, wait a minute, might be coming back. Okay, we got our signal back. Lost signal for a minute there. Seem to be having some weird problems with our Wi-Fi here tonight. I think it was just overheating, and my back is covered in sweat from the backpack, so it's probably just overheating. Let's go over there and see what's going on. We're gonna just grab our gear here. Oh. Yeah, we have another, what's that down there coming? Oops. Well, it looks like some more police are on their way, all dressed in black. So as always, we like to keep a respectful distance just to make sure that we're okay. Getting ready to run from this van because we don't trust them. But it looks like they're moving on. So for anybody just joined, my name is Paul. Canadian Free Living's the YouTube channel. We're here on the intersection of Metcalfe and Wellington, downtown Ottawa, Parliament Hill, as you can see in the background. Just looking to see how the evening's gonna progress. So far, it's been a nice little walk around Parliament, I guess, for the most part. Extreme lack of Canadian flags on the citizens here walking around, which I mentioned in the description. I was a little surprised. I thought Canada Day, capital of the country, we would see a lot more flags today. But from what I've been told from the citizens of Ottawa, when you wear flags, you get tied in with the Freedom Convoy protest. And I guess the locals here have a obviously, it appears they have a most of them, I don't want to say that, but I get the impression that the locals did not appreciate the protests that happened here in February, started in February. So yes, so people won't wear flags, Canadian flags, because they don't want to get confused with potentially a protester. I'm not sure, but you would think Canada Day, you would see a lot more. All the flags on the poles that you're seeing and on the building here, they all showed up, I think, last night, because I was here 2 days ago and I didn't notice the flags. So I'm told this building here is where Trudeau shows up and hangs out when he's doing his time in office, I guess. So we'll give him a Hail Trudeau! Give him a quick shout out of respect for our dictator. It looks like we have a tour group here. Got a few fuck Trudeau chants. Oh, sorry, arrest Trudeau. So here's a little tour. I guess they got a little surprise when they watched what just happened. We'll zoom out a bit so it's not so shaky.
It was beautiful.
Take it out of my cheese.
They had the, I don't know if they were Korean or because they said North Korea, so I figured they were Korean. But yeah, all those Asians, they were all pro-freedom. That's why they had the flag, they were flying the flag. They're like, you're not allowed, we'll fly it for you.
Oh, I missed that. That's too bad.
Yeah, all the Asians were Korean.
Oh, I seen the Asians
Yeah,
and
the Korean.
Koreans.
Meanwhile, yeah, and David Menzies asked her, he's like, hey, we hear it's pretty bad in Canada, and they're like, free Canada. And it's like, yeah.
And I've heard a few people on the stream here also say the same thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
know,
Oh yeah.
Prayers for Canada.
Yeah.
But we're not alone here in this country. Many other countries are having the same problem. I'm gonna cross the street and get a view from over there onto this side. So for the guy that just asked who's the paranoid guy behind the camera, my name is Paul. Canadian Free Living's the YouTube channel. Actually, thanks, you're absolutely right. I started laying off the, what'd you call it, the wacky juice about 4 days ago. And So I appreciate that. I totally agree with you. And I understand as a military man, you probably haven't been on too much on the other side of the line getting your ass kicked by the police. So I appreciate your opinion and your view, because that's always good and respected. But it's always, I've been watching the Canadians here getting our ass kicked since February, and I've watched them signal out people, the police point at people, and then that person or people get surrounded and get attacked. So when you're here and you get to watch that with your own eyes within 50 feet of you, then you tell me I'm being paranoid. So it happens, it's real. If you're not prepared for it, you could be the one in the paddy wagon. So yeah, do I keep my distance from these guys? Abso-fucking-lutely. Do I trust them? Absolutely not. You know? So much for, I don't even know if they still have that even on the vehicle. Remember when before, back in the day, they used to have people protecting people or something? People serving people? Shit, I think they've removed that off the vehicles. Well, everybody cleared out of the hill now, thanks to that violent attack by the police. They've, all the children have left. Parents have finally decided it's not safe here to bring children. If you don't, want to have them witness something like that. Love your dog. Happy Canada Day. So closed to motor vehicles and pedestrians. So basically, there's an idea of what's going on here, where you're allowed to go. The red is closed to motor vehicles, 6 a.m. to 2 a.m. That's kind of weird, isn't it? For 4 hours then, from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. There, it will be open and vehicles allowed to move around, if I'm reading that correct. And then there's some areas here at all times will be allowed. That's the green. Oh, they've even closed the bike path that I plan to use to get in here if I needed to.
Somebody's telling me it's a Timmy down that street.
Yeah, I don't use Timmy. Timmy segregates.
But that's not what you were asking earlier.
Second cup. Yeah, man. Timmy's.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I don't wanna.
I don't
wanna boycott them. I don't wanna. I love my Tim Hortons coffee.
I don't buy from them to start with because I don't drink coffee. I drink Pepsi.
Oh,
I
okay.
bring it with me. But yeah, that's why I was asking.
Thank you, though.
No problem.
Well, you know what? They need new staff, and they need to be newly trained about all the new rules.
So we're just on the corner of Metcalfe and Wellington, just doing a little pan of the Parliament buildings. We're gonna have to head off soon, I guess. Eventually, anyways. At least tonight we're not alone. Coming out here sometimes after 10 o'clock when you're alone standing on the street with a camera, you look like a bit of an idiot, so always nice to have some friends. Good day, sir.
Nice to meet you, Oliver.
Oliver.
Yeah.
Paul.
Paul, nice to meet you.
What did I do to deserve the pleasure to talk to you?
Is that possible to get the video of while Kyle got arrested? Because I saw you were there with me when it happened. So if you have those footage, I would love to have them.
Do you know what? I made a mistake and I should have saved it as a highlight.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do have. Who are you with?
I'm with Cal and everyone.
What's Cal?
Cal is the guy that got arrested.
Oh, so you're not CTV or something like that, eh?
No, I'm a carpenter.
A carpenter?
I came to help the truckers. I'm here since January.
Take my email.
Cool.
Actually, I better write it down.
I want to send it to Chris Daisy Maisie.
Let me just get off the street. Hold on a sec, guys. I'm just gonna give this guy my email in case that guy that got arrested needs the video. I'm gonna share the video with him. Just in case there's anything on there that might help him. Here, let me type it, man, because I don't want everybody to know my... No capitals, okay? It's got a capital. No capitals. So you see how there's capital and Paul? Don't use capitals. Perfect. No capitals. Shoot me an email. Great. And then probably tomorrow. Yeah. Maybe tonight. Yeah. I gotta edit that out because this is about a 4-hour video, right? Oh, so I'll cut out that few minutes, 5 minutes.
So it was between 8 and 8:30, right?
Yeah. So yeah, you're certainly. I'm not sure if you can go on my channel and do it yourself, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Right
Is
now.
it on Facebook or where?
YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Probably can go.
So put my YouTube channel, Canadian Free Living. Now, 8:35 according to the big clock over there. Cooling down a little bit. Fortunately, we didn't need our umbrella tonight. What we missed
I just sent you an email, so you should have
Okay.
received it, and I'll go check on YouTube to see if I can see you live.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And you can go back and check it out yourself. Just hit the microphone. You got a microphone? No. Delete.
Yeah.
You got a microphone on that?
Yeah.
Canadian Free Living. There you go, right there. Subscribe. Boom.
Thank you.
Now go on the channel.
Yeah.
You'll see we're shooting live.
Yeah.
That's it right there. Now, if you go around an hour and a half, no, wait. Probably around 2.5 hours into the stream is where your buddy just got tackled. Ish. I'm not 100% sure.
Look behind you.
Right now, we're 3 hours into the stream. Thanks, buddy.
We'll see you again. I'm gonna be here tomorrow.
Okay, cheers, man. I'll be here all weekend, too. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you. God bless and happy Canada.
Take care of yourself. Happy Canada Day. Sorry, man.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Thanks
I
for...
saw them coming. I'm like, oh,
Oh, I appreciate it. I don't want to be
Yeah,
that
yeah.
close. Somebody on my camera was calling me paranoid, but I'd rather be paranoid than arrested.
Yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that. Who's not jumpy? Me, I guess. But I'm used to it. Like I say, I'm used to this in Quebec all the time. And it's like in Quebec, they're more fucking provocators than this.
If I had a babysitter with my dog and knew my dog was safe, then I would be with you, sir.
Yeah,
I wouldn't care.
I get that.
But unfortunately, if these guys arrest me and I don't go home tonight,
then your dog is in deep trouble.
how is that a good dog owner?
No, I know.
Right?
I used to own a dog, and I'm happy.
So I don't care.
I'm happy now that I'm not happy she's not there because I miss her so much. After 17 years.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
gonna be heartbroken the rest of my life for it.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know. But that was the reason for 17 years for me not doing anything because
Because you had a dependent.
yeah. Oh yeah.
You had a family member that depended on you.
Yeah. And I learned that, okay, it's a good thing, but I'm realizing now it's like, yeah, well, and now it's where it counts that I see shit how things goes, and it's like it shouldn't happen this way. And
Sorry about
let
that.
it happen. For me, no, it's never gonna happen because yeah, I'd rather be sarcastic and aggressive than being passive and be done.
I tried to arrange a babysitter for my dog this weekend,
yeah.
and then me and you could have been trouble.
They,
I don't mean like
there's
trouble
no-
where we get
no, no,
arrested.
no,
I
there-
just
there's
mean
like I said, there's no need. I really don't think nothing is going to happen on Canada Day other than them provoking us
Oh, yeah.
to do something. But other than that, I don't think nothing will happen. I'm pretty sure nothing will happen. Just because, look, they don't want any problems more
No,
than
no.
we do.
Hey,
And
guys.
It's gonna look bad if they fucking shut down Canada Day. Because, yeah, like I say, the only thing that the crowd that's here can do, the worst thing for them is move this way and go to LeBreton Flat, cause problem. If they push people too much, people will just walk down the street and, okay, they're gonna have payback. Then what? It's gonna be nightmare just for what? Them having the right. Oh, he almost fell. He almost fell on his ass.
So everybody, I'm just kind of showing you the clearance here that you need to go through to go and hang out on the hill. It's not something I guess the only time I've ever watched something like this would be at a concert, I guess, where they do a nice full check for weapons. Well, anyways, there you go. Some people aren't willing to go through that extent to try to get in.
It's not even to see what that big gate or that big wall in front of it. It's like it's been there so long, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's weird, eh? Well, they're apparently, well, you can see the cranes. They're doing construction. The thing's falling apart.
There's something in it there, digging, whatever. There's
Yeah.
kind of dip in it.
And I was behind it too on the path. It's okay, sir. I would have held it up. Ah, you just didn't want to be on film.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we love your shirt. Woo! Absolutely. Love your shirt.
That's me. No, I'm
Oh,
not
wow.
Gene Simmons. I'm Paul Stanley. A guy is black. No, I'm not Gene Simmons. That's what I do.
What's that?
I'm a Paul Stanley lookalike for Canada.
Oh, okay. Cool. Hey, well, thanks, man. I like it. Well, I certainly like the shirt.
I didn't want to film. I went behind you and you said, "Oh, you're afraid of me."
Happy Canada Day. Yeah, eh?
No, I saw that show. That was the Blues
Oh, really?
Fest down there.
Oh, yeah?
LeBreton Flat. I saw them there. I saw them. I saw Van Halen. I had the Corral Center. I saw the not Aerosmith, but the guy with the snake, Alice Cooper. Yeah, Alice Cooper was there. I saw B.B. King like 6 times. I saw Buddy Guy 3 times too.
So down this way, that's Quebec, right? We cross over. Oh, so over on the other side of the canal. Oh, yeah, that's still Ottawa. And hang a left. All right.
Because Quebec is my left.
Yeah. So if you were going to try to describe which way the camera's looking, what would you say? That we're looking down Wellington Street towards
Downtown.
Elgin towards downtown.
Rideau Street, yeah.
Oh,
Rideau Street. Is,
Rideau?
That's that's Rideau right down there.
Okay, so there we are
Like
looking
here's
down at
Wellington, but
Rideau
down there
Street,
it's Rideau.
and then this way we'll take you another look this way.
Hey, at least there's not enough problems for being on the street.
So yes, with Wellington Street being closed down, at least we all get to walk around on the street and not worry about getting hit. I'm not sure the value to go through that amount of screening to go over there and check out. I don't even really know what they're even looking at that you can't see from over here. There's a fire, natural gas burning. Is it lit tonight? I notice sometimes they turn it off. Wow, there's a lot of smoke back there in the distance. Probably just a factory polluting. Hopefully it's not a fire. And yes, Cornell Wacky Tobacco is better for you. It's better than what? Because right now, you know, obviously anything used in more than it should is not a good thing.
They're saying, oh yeah, let's stay green.
Yeah. Woo! Yeah, so if you guys hear me trying to shout over top of that music, that's so I don't have to cut out this part of the video tomorrow when actually I think this gentleman playing music is against the bylaws, so it'll be interesting to see how long it takes until he gets a talking to. See that gentleman over there on the unicycle, we'll call it? He's got a loudspeaker going. And one other gentleman here tonight was already informed that loudspeakers were not allowed.
They don't know what freedom is. Yeah, they wouldn't know what freedom was.
There's a look down Metcalf from Wellington Street. Yeah, the gimbal gets a little shaky when I zoom in too much, so let's get that thing out of there. So fortunately tonight there's a couple people here that are helping me watch my back, which is always nice. I'm not from around here, and so it's nice to be able to have a couple people that I know their name. One of them, I was standing on the side of the street and didn't notice 20 officers coming up behind me, walking down the sidewalk, and fortunately one of the gentlemen came and let me know. And like I said, I like to keep, I know it's paranoia, someone was mentioning, but I like to keep, you know, at least 2 to 3 meters in between me and the police at all times, if possible, when I'm carrying a phone and have a flag on my hat. We are in Canada, after all. It's supposed to be the land of the free, but here's me walking around on Ottawa, Wellington Street, being paranoid and fearful for myself getting arrested because I'm carrying a camera that might have footage of them mistreating that gentleman potentially, or, well, look at it here. Someone who wants to call me paranoid. What about Mr. Pat King? I think he could have used some paranoia. Maybe he wouldn't be in the situation he was if he was as paranoid as I am. Or let's lose the word paranoid. Let's use the word cautious. Right? Cautious is a much better word.
Extremely paranoid.
All right, so I'm paranoid.
It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it.
Hey, you know what?
Hey, you can't tell a vet it's wrong for him to have PTSD because it's not. It's
That,
not that
exactly.
it's control.
Exactly.
So it's
exactly.
It's something.
And you know what? I did when I was a kid. I did 3.5 years in on holiday. Let's call it, okay? So in my teen years, I spent 3.5 years behind bars, and it taught me to keep an eye behind my back.
Oh yeah. Like I say, it's always important. It's never wrong, and it's just like when people say, "Yeah, oh yeah, it might be a problem." Why? You would tell a soldier that has PTSD it would be a problem? No, you accept it and you shut the fuck up because that's what it is. People won't like it, but hey, look, are we on earth to please everybody, or we're here to just live our life?
We should be here to
If
live
we
our
have to
life,
fucking
love our
understand
friends and family,
everyone,
have a
we're
good
never gonna
time.
Get out. Like,
Hey guys, can someone just shoot me a comment, make sure we're still rolling here? I haven't seen any action in the comments for a while, and I'm just wondering if we're still streaming or not. It appears like we are, but just because my numbers are rolling doesn't mean we're on the other end.
yeah,
I've learned that already.
Yeah, I have no idea how it works that way.
But if you notice these numbers over here not stop changing for a long time, the 37 and the 81,
Okay.
if they don't change in a long, long time, and you don't get a comment in a long, long time, you might not be thinking. You might think you're rolling, but like, yeah, look, nobody's even
Yeah,
commenting.
the
So I have a feeling that my Wi-Fi is overheating.
I saw 2 texts.
Oh, they were from a long time ago.
Okay.
8:27.
Ah.
So we've been silent now. Oh, wait. Yeah, for 20 minutes we haven't had a message. So that makes me think we're going to put this down and check something. Hold on a sec, guys. If you're still there. I don't think we're still streaming personally. I think we had a problem earlier and it didn't reconnect. But that actually, where was that gentleman? Just, you've got a phone, don't you?
Yeah.
You want to check out my channel, see if we're streaming? Yeah, thanks, man.
I just needed to be reminded that I have a phone. Because yeah, like I say, I use this as a phone, not some. Like I can connect everywhere, but yeah, that's what's fun about it.
Ask him.
Okay.
Hello.
Why was Kyle? She wants to know why Kyle got her. How did he get arrested? She wants to know. I don't understand.
How or why?
Why and how? She wants to know. He's always
All
with
the
us.
cops put their gloves on, and they started coming towards him. He was on front of the fence there, and he was just on front of it. And then, from what the buddy was saying, we were right there. We turned around. I saw them going, and then the next thing I know, when they got around here, he went across. He went across the fence. He jumped the fence. But they were around here, and they were going towards him with the gloves and all that. Like they were going to stop him. And he jumped.
All right, so we're not
Yeah,
getting any
and
confirmation
they
that
went
we're still
together
streaming, so I think
over
I'm going
there
to shut
and
this
turned.
down.
They pushed them down, and there was like 6 or 7 of them on him. And they kept saying, "Stop resisting." Meanwhile, he wasn't resisting. They jumped on him. They jumped on him. He was down on the
Yeah, they
ground.
beat him up. They jumped on him.
Yeah. But then like I say, I'm pretty sure it's on the stream.
Yeah,
When did
Canadian
you
Free
see-
Living, you can watch it for
he was
yourself.
filming, so-
Oh, you have filmed
Yeah, he was
this?
filming.
Okay, would you like to show me? Okay.
Canadian
It's
free.
live right now.
He's doing it
Okay.
live. It's
So,
live.
yeah,
So Canadian.
Oh,
So I
okay.
can't show you, but I can tell you. You
Okay,
can look.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Canadian
Well,
free living.
if we're still streaming.
Okay, I will.
Pretty sure we're not.
YouTube. In the YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube.
Wait a second. Okay, wait a second.
Yeah,
That's earlier.
You know what I mean? It's
Not
nobody should be getting beaten up in the street.
I hate
Correct.
commercials.
Roger that. No,
Nobody
we're
should.
shut
I don't
down.
care who you are.
Oh, no, look at that. Wait a second.
We're all
You're on.
Canadian, whether
Wait a
you're on
second.
the left side or right side.
Yeah, I got comment.
Okay.
I got comment here.
Oh, yeah, and we just rotated. All right, we're still streaming. I thought we might be shut down.
Would you like to tell me what?
Do you have a microphone? Where's the microphone button?
Okay.
So I can talk. It's over here. Canadian Free Living. Oh, you should have put that right into YouTube.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome very
I
much.
got the echo.
So, yeah, you got to kill the mic. It's about 2 hours into the stream
Okay.
is when that gentleman got arrested.
That's horrible. Like, I mean, they shouldn't have did
Well,
that to him. I
well,
mean,
listen. If they needed to arrest the guy because he had a warrant, my thing is, why didn't they wait till he got down there away from all the children?
Yep,
Why didn't they wait till he got away from the children? Why
Yeah.
did all them children have to witness that?
exactly.
That was bullshit.
I agree with that.
That
I agree with
you
what
know,
you're saying.
obviously, if the guy's got a warrant and they want to arrest him, then they have to do whatever they got to do. I don't know if that's true or not, but I don't care.
Yeah.
But what I care about is the fact that why would we got to get violent all in front of the children?
Yep. It's you know why it is? It's all publicity, smoke screen. That's all it is. They want to be tough because they work for the liberal government. And you know why they got to act tough is because the liberal government and Klaus Schwab, Bill Gates threaten their family.
Be careful, lady. You can get shut down. It's some stuff
Oh,
that
it's
the
okay.
online don't accept.
I don't care. I've been shut down. I'm shut down today.
I'm okay with
but you
that.
don't want
I'm
this
okay.
sad
No.
to be
I'm
stuff.
okay with that.
It's
No,
okay,
no.
I get that.
No. Speak your mind. Speak your mind.
I was
I don't.
only shut-
I'm fine with that.
Okay, I went to post
You know,
a video.
the only thing I've been warned not to say about is negative about the small country that got invaded and positive about the big country that invaded. I've been warned not to talk about them. Everything else, sir, you go ahead and say it how you feel
I
it.
got a question. Is so my opinion is when you're a drama teacher, okay, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to word it properly. You're accused of sexual misconduct or whatever you want to call it, however you want to put it, but yet you didn't get charged because you bought their silence. So that makes me think, as a Canadian, if you're buying you're buying a family silence and a woman's silence, that means that you've done something wrong.
That's guilty.
That's guilty. Because if you didn't do anything wrong, you should fight this until tooth and nail until the end. And if you were allegedly accused of sexually doing anything to a minor, you should not be able to have a job as a prime minister working in our country. There should be certain jobs that you're not allowed to do, because why would you want to hire someone that has allegations like that?
I didn't even know about that.
I found that out about Convoy when the Convoy came. I never knew anything about it until it.
Do you know what's interesting about that?
What?
Do you know that Biden's got the same accusations about him? And you
Oh.
want to hear something getting crazier now?
What?
I'm going to probably say this a bit quieter, even though my microphone's incredibly strong. So Ukraine is apparently the pedophile country of the world. And Biden and his
I know
son
that.
And our prime minister keep on going over that country.
I know that.
It's supposed to have the most amount of children that are getting sex slaved.
Yep.
And
Well, I know
there's
that.
why are our leaders interested in that country? Wow.
I know
Anyways,
that. I know what's going on. It's a cesspool of Fruit Loops.
It's even more crazy
They
than
didn't
that.
want their box of Cheerios. They wanted their box of Fruit Loops, and they got it.
Another thing that Canadians stop asking question about is the boatload of plastic that's going to the Philippines and gets sent back every time. Like Philippines is sending back everything that they get from us, and we're sending it back. And now it's like 33 times or something like that. The boat goes back and forth.
oh wow.
And it's like, oh yeah, we're paying the gas and everything for it.
Well,
Just because they're refusing to get our plastic, to recycle our plastic because it's
Oops,
not
sorry,
the
guys.
standard for them. Meanwhile, or something like that. I don't know why they refuse that, but oh yeah. We're definitely they're refusing our plastic, and now it's going back and forth between Canada and Philippines, and back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
And you know that
And nobody's asking a question about where's the money coming from, or where is it going, or why is the trouble not fixed? But you
know-
can't even fix a problem with plastic bottle across the ocean. How is he gonna fix a problem?
we have no
with
interest. The
talking
government
with us?
has no interest in fixing shit.
Yeah.
Unless it's affecting their wallet and the
exactly.
people that are controlling them, then honestly,
And I'm
show me
pretty
a
sure-
single thing they give a shit
I'm
about
pretty
fixing.
sure most of the MPs are the same too. They just want their paycheck. If it wasn't for their paycheck, they wouldn't do the job. So I say we remove their paycheck right out there. They shouldn't be there. They don't deserve to be paid for their job.
This is what I've said, you can bring on as many protesters as you want here. The only way
I was
that you're
considered an
ever going to
anarchist
get
when I was 9
change,
years old, so
the only way that there's ever going to be change, I say, what do we got? 20 something million voters, I think, in this country. If you took, if 1 million
sure.
people that 1 million, let's say 1 million homeowners, okay, sold their house and moved in with their friend, because if you sell your house in this country, it means you got a lot of money now in your bank account.
Yeah.
Moved in with their friend
Not
and quit their
anymore.
job.
Yeah.
Quit their job, stop paying income tax. 1 million people stop paying income tax. You think the government will listen then?
Actually, no, I don't think so. They would turn around and charge the other half twice, just to get
Oh
their
fuck,
money
you're
back.
probably right. Excuse me for
Oh,
my
yeah.
French.
Oh yeah, no, like I say.
And then they just say it's because of that million.
The thing about Trudeau, he comes from a little town in Quebec, same than I did. And technically, everybody in those towns go to the same high school.
You know, before I knew
And
he was
got bullied really bad.
That's
and
not surprising.
He's making every Canadian pay because the bully beat him so much that
You know, my
he
dad.
doesn't like us as Canadian. He rather, like he said in a video, he rather be like China and turn the economy on a dime for green energy. But what is green energy gonna bring us? That we're better to learn how to ease up on petroleum before we learn how to use electric, because batteries, electric batteries. Yeah, oh yeah, that's the freedom guy. He's got the freedom song on his little boombox. Meanwhile, it's all electric. But that's what I mean. It's like those batteries. They have acid in it. When they're deposited in the ground and you can't use the car anymore, what happened with the car? It's worthless. You can't do nothing. You can't even sell it for a piece of metal. It's like, yeah, there's no metal there. So it's like, yeah, why would we change all our infrastructure that we have, which we need to improve, yes, but how about we improve instead? Then, yeah. Freedom!
Wow, look at this brave guy. Another one. He's got a red and white hat.
One of us got nabbed tonight. What? They arrested someone tonight.
I mean, Gestapo arrest people. That's what Gestapo do.
Yeah, you see, he's from Ottawa, I guarantee you. We got a different mind about it. It's like, yeah, well, it's us against them, and technically we're the taxpayers. So they should be scared of us, but they're scared that we just want to hug them. That's all we want to do, hug them. They want to scan us through a machine. Look at the light of fucking guys. Look at the light.
I tell you.
It's pitiful. Oh yeah, you look at the light of cops and it's like, who's paying for them? Look at them. And who's paying
Oh,
for
I know.
them? You just need one guy there with a scanner and that's it.
There's probably, what, at least 500 officers here?
And it's two. Look at the other line. The other line has 2 guys, which is normal, and this one's got fucking 10. Just because we're here in this region, there are 10 people there. Meanwhile, they got 2 there. It's like, come on. They don't even make sense between each other. It's ridiculous the way they think.
Well, aren't you the brave one with a flag and the word freedom and everything?
I went right up there and like gave them
Here,
my bag.
hey guys, look.
You know what? You can take this. Sure, go ahead, sir. And then they want it after they take my bag, and all that's in there is my wallet and a pack of cigarettes, and it took them like 10 minutes. And then they want to actually go and fucking check you.
Yeah, for
And then
weapons.
the officer, he pulls over a sergeant because he's like, I think we're gonna have a problem with this one there. And I'm like, why? I'm standing here waiting for you. He's like, well, you know, she's questioning things. Well,
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being brave enough to even try. That's what that's exactly what I said.
They don't deserve our attention anymore.
So as I said earlier, that lady has a shirt on with a Canadian flag and the word freedom on, and she had a hard time getting through that checkpoint. So that was the point I was bringing up earlier, and why, you know, I don't have all kinds of flags or signs is because of the fact that getting through the checkpoints here, if you have that kind of a label on you, makes it pretty difficult.
There's the
Yeah, we're gonna go across here. Go sit down for a minute and get a view of what's on this side of the street. Hold on a sec, guys. Oop, that was our 10% warning, everybody. We're down to 10% battery. So if and when the stream ends, I would like to thank you all for watching us with us here tonight, seeing what's going on here in Ottawa, the capital of Canada. Canada Day weekend. I anticipated a lot more Canadian pride, but so far it's been a little quiet. And I think what I'm going to do is...
This is war campaign.
This is what?
War campaign. War campaign.
War
Yeah.
campaign. I think I might have saw a video of his. We'll have to go say hello. So guys, we're about to meet War Campaign. Ro. Oh, I've met you before. Paul. Canadian Free Living's my YouTube channel. Oh, sorry if I said that on your stream. Didn't mean to.
Yeah, you followed James.
But I was just saying, I think I might have watched a few of your vids, man. Right on. Good job. You out streaming tonight, or?
No, I'm just doing tests.
Oh, okay.
And then I just wanted to scope out and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started 4 days ago.
He's going around with his router.
Oh, yeah?
I used
Yeah.
the router. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Well, it's actually, they call it a rocket hub.
Everybody's got their own equipment.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, I know. Like,
Well, live
I-
streaming uses up
I
data.
got 10
Well, you'll
gigs
know,
I
right?
got 10 gigs a month on my phone, and I used that. I think I used like 5 gig in one night just walking
Oh,
around for
easily.
10 minutes and streaming.
Hey, hold on while I
was
put
like,
you down for a
whoa,
second, guys.
what's up?
Sorry for all
Yeah,
the
it
shaking.
cost me $50 just for my bill. I'm like, yeah, I'm not paying more than that. And then yeah, tonight I came down. I came down to talk to him. Yeah, I know.
Want
He's
to
got
go
the
on your
big
phone
roller
and I'll
with
let you use
advertising.
my Wi-Fi.
25 cents.
I should have put a little sign right here. Wi-Fi available.
$10 an hour. $50 an hour.
That's probably right. I'll probably get more money from that than YouTube.
But yeah, I thought it was genius because my own phone isn't deep. When you think about the router is smart. Yeah, no, it's crazy.
How you doing? All right?
Oh yeah, using my mind. They put concrete block again, concrete block. I'm almost having.
Guess there's no way you'll be getting through that, eh? You won't be getting through that, eh? No. I wasn't gonna try either.
Disconnect all my gear.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, they probably would cut the wires and shit. Look at that.
Well, did you hear this lady here?
Earlier, a kid this high. They use the fucking metal detector to see if he was carrying a weapon.
Oh yeah, they're frisking, scanning all the kids.
They scan you when you go in, they scan you
4-year-old.
when you come out. It's like, what's so important in there is the crown jewels in there. I'm like, oh wow, they're just pushing everyone to the limit where it's like they don't want.
All right, everybody. I think we're gonna shut down the stream now before it closes us out. So I would like to thank you all for watching the stream. Hopefully you'll keep an eye out tomorrow. We'll be streaming throughout the day maybe, and definitely once we find James Top and all the marchers, we'll call them, coming in. So thank you all for watching the stream. My name is Paul from Canadian Free Living. Please smash that like button and subscribe if you have not already. I appreciate that very, very much. Play safe and stay out of trouble.
Like I never seen the cops in Ottawa react ever in my life in 35 years. They never reacted like this. It's like and our tax dollar pays for this. It's like shame on them. Job.